Hey, welcome back to Métropole Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is December 4th, 2025. We have started a new month. Hopefully you're doing well. It is dark. The days are short. I'll be honest, my stomach totally gave out just a couple minutes before the stream. So at any point, the stream might not exist anymore if I have to run away. I'm lactose intolerant. It turns out there's a certain amount of butter cookies you can eat that is too many butter cookies. How's everyone else's Thursday night doing? I have my tea. I'll be okay. Oh, Lucy, I claim my rightful place at the top of the YouTube chat history. Hold on, wait, do I have your thing? I must have opened it. Yes, I do. Well done. You're pretty early there. I'm actually impressed if it attaches itself to the stream normally. I guess it does. What a way to intro to the stream. I mean, it's real. I don't feel good. I feel really uncomfortable. Lactose intolerance is time to eat 1,000 butter cookies. Normal food intolerance is better avoid that food. So I took a pill, right? Like, I have these pills you can take that make you immune to lactose. But it depends how much you do and how many of the pills you take. I take one, which gets you through like most troubles. Apparently butter cookies have a lot of butter in them. There's no way of knowing that. How are you doing, Eric? As well. Is Restream bot still broken? Yeah, even worse this time, Solomir. I usually tried to reset it, so it didn't work. And then I tried to reset it, which usually makes it work. And then it was just like, nah, I can't connect to YouTube anymore. I think it's not able to connect while it's running. I guess that's my, that we're finding out. So I need to restart it. I don't know why it's got like this. Ever since we streamed to a pre-existing event, has it been broken in a way that's really hard to fix. I don't know what to do about that. If you're watching on Twitch, I really apologize. If you want to jump over to YouTube, the chat is alive and well there, but it's not doing the thing we wanted to do. Hey, Ezra, hey, Dan. NBN the struggle incoming. This ominous stream title. I mean, the stream title might not mean anything. I don't know if I said hi, Tom. Hey, Cranked. Pour one out for lactate for Andre chat. Pill does something, I'm not sure what. It gives you the enzymes that your body lacks to process lactose. That's my understanding. It just gives you the enzymes. I think that's what it is. I don't know what enzymes are. That's as far as I got. How long are your days at the moment? We're down to 8 hours in Reading. Oh, it's definitely longer than that. I think it gets light at around 7 and it gets dark around 4. Oh, it's not that different. Yeah, maybe a bit longer. Tron, how's it going? Any cool news? I think we're gonna go straight into the news because I don't know if people know how hyped this news is. Right? Like normally when Null Signal Games writes an article or something, like, you know, does a post, people cross post it to Reddit. And then this came out and I heard no one talking about it. Firstly, Benjamin Tron Boschert, you might know as Tron. Firstly, Tron has a fancy new title here. Tron is head of operations at Null Signal Games. I don't know if that's been announced, but that's really, really cool. Shout out to Tron. But this is a really big deal. I've been talking to Tron about this. This is something I gotta see ahead of schedule a bit because people at Worlds were coming up to me, showing me 2 different Netrunner cards and telling me, can you find the difference? Because, and mind you, I'm not part of Null Signal Games, so if I misspeak, please, I'm not a font of truth or like the most accurate thing, probably. But from my understanding for a while, Null Signal Games has been trying to print their cards somewhere else. It is, from my understanding, the reason why the stores don't have stock. Because Null Signal Games has wanted to not do another major print run from wherever their cards come from, MPC or drive-through cards. I think it's MPC. But they want to move somewhere that the printing prices are much more reasonable. If you've seen Make playing cards, their printing prices are very expensive. Now, the quality is what you'd expect. It's not bad, but they're very, very, very expensive comparatively to what it should be manufacturing cards at like, the commercial rate that Null Signal Games does. And so from my understanding, Null Signal Games hasn't want to restock everything because they want to find a new person that can make cards at what I'm assuming is a much better deal. And that is the reason why things have been backed up. This is what I said before, like Elevation, from my understanding, is done, but the thing that's kind of holding all this back and holding all the store restocks globally is not only international distribution, which has been shooken up, but also getting a new printer. And it looks like they found a printer. And this is what was happening at Worlds. People were coming up constantly with 2 cards and being like, can you tell the difference? The ones at Worlds, I believe you could tell by touching them a bit, but that was feedback that they wanted to get. They would get these cards in, but they looked great. So now the new printer is Boda Games, and you can see 2 cards. I can't tell which one's the old one or the new one. The point being is that they're very, very, very similar. The backs, the colors, I don't know if you can tell. Sometimes it's just cameras, but I can't really tell through the difference. But there's going to be a new printer. If you play unsleeved, it shouldn't be an issue. From my understanding, they've done a good job to make sure it's the case. If you play in competitive tournaments, you need opaque sleeves regardless. So what's on the back of the card doesn't really matter, as much as I have 3 different card backs across the history of NSG. But this is huge because they have locked this in, and that means that the new store restock is going to happen. And I think Null Signal Games is going to save a lot of money and be able to distribute much more aggressively at hopefully better rates. This is such a big deal, and this has been going on for the last couple months, and it's one of the big reasons why, from my understanding, I'm not Null Signal Games, why I'm assuming there hasn't been big restocks, because they don't want to make a massive order when they're trying to move to a new distributor. And locking down a distributor that can make your cards look accurate is so damn important. If this doesn't look like a huge article, this is a huge article. And this means that like Elevation and everything that you've been waiting for, not Elevation, sorry, Vantage Point, if you've been waiting for that, which we all have, we're kind of locked in for that. There was a post that went up on Blue Sky, I believe last Friday. I believe Null Signal Games promised they would say something about Vantage Point at the end of November, if you're remembering. I didn't remember this, but they announced on social media last week that we unfortunately did not meet our goal of being able to provide a concrete release date for our next set Vantage Point by the end of November. Please stay tuned. We'll let you know as soon as we can. I'm assuming we'll hear soon enough. Vantage Point is slated for Q1, but from my understanding, locking this down was a very important thing to understand distribution and printing, and hopefully this works out really great for NSG. It seems like a big jump, but I just want to be very clear. This was a lot of effort, and if this goes through and is as nice as it looks like it should be, this is such a big W for Null Signal Games in a very, very quiet but very, very big way. So do be excited about this. I think this is really, really important. I don't know why people are not talking about this. This seems important. Huge Tron W. Hey, Dwight, I'm unbelievably excited. This is the thing. Like, this is very important. This has been something that Null Signal Games, from my understanding, has been pursuing for a while, to give them the freedom to print the way that they want to print. MPC doesn't seem to be like the best option, and they've been dealing with it because it's the best they had, and now they can do better. Praying to all the relevant gods that we don't have in another Tibia situation, but all evidence I've seen too far is that we won't. Tibia is the Spanish distributor, the European distributor, which also kind of fell apart, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Now I don't have to proxy cards for everyone. My neck won't snap off. Yay. The corp cards backs are all inconsistent forever. So if that can be less, that would be good, but it doesn't matter because sleeves, we use alt arts anyways. Yes. I have Null Signal Games cards that say Nice on them. I have, I think, 3 different card backs. Actually, maybe it's only 2 different card backs because there's no longer FFG cards. Tehran says, I don't expect any stocking issues for Vantage Point, which if everything goes to plan will be a delight. Yes, again, this is massive news. It's not incredibly sexy, but this is so important for the health of Netrunner. And this has been a lot of work behind the scenes. So like, shout out to everyone involved with this. This is an absurd amount of work trying to figure out international distribution, getting in like, you know, I've seen so many of the cards that were handed to me be like, figure out which one, if you can tell, is not a Null Signal Games card. And I could not. Tibia is the one that meant a load of cards in Europe were way too thin. Oh, the card stock issues. Yeah. For sure. I had some good talks about Tehran too, about like learning about the different card stocks and GSMs. Apparently like the standard of what GSM is, you changed over the years. Magic the Gathering had its own 330 GSM or whatever it was. And then everyone wanted to emulate that, except Magic the Gathering won't tell you how Magic Gathering cards are made. So there's this huge industry trying to replicate the thickness of Magic the Gathering cards. It's a really wild industry, as long as you think that's interesting. But I thought it was a good talk for sure. Hey, Lyra, how's it going? Exciting stuff. I do hope the official store opens for more countries for shipping too. Using proxy shipping gets pricey. Oh, for sure. That is no doubt. And I can't talk on behalf of Null Signal Games, but I think global distribution is like the next big part that they're working on, let alone this is a big part of that. Too sick for locals tonight? Get a Catch a Grid live. Neural Shock, hopefully you're doing well. My stomach is falling apart. Maybe you're in a better spot. Were the Tibia ones that were really light, the thin magnets, moshings? I think those were like, maybe the World's Arts were Tibia, like the boomerangs that are weird stock, like a bunch of different weird things. We're working with Boda to continually improve the printing and the print quality. We already are meeting our standards, but also hoping to improve beyond what MPC does over time. Again, from my understanding, MPC is very expensive for what it does. Like MPC is not a solution that I think anybody uses to make commercial print runs. It's something that's used on small scale, right? Like it financially makes sense when you're selling alt arts, where it's like a pack of 3 for $5 to $10, whatever people do. But for Null Signal Games, it probably was not a great, long-term financial decision. And this sort of freedom, having a partnership with Boda to print on a huge scale, this is sick. This is really big news, is all I'm saying. I've heard no one talking about this, and I was like, wait, this is kind of important. Anyways, GSM is GSM, but unfortunately, GSM is a measure of density and does not actually give you any of the material science information, but about rigidity of the core and things like that. It will be incredible to be able to just point at the store and say people can buy the cards. Yes, yeah. I think there's a hope for Elevation that would be the case, because it was like, the reboot where, well, everything now is standard legal. You can purchase on one store spot. But yeah, it seems like as a Vantage Point, I actually can't say that. I don't know. But as of the near future, hopefully the stores will be restocked. The distribution will be back the way that you want it to be. Anyways, huge win to NSG. Shout out to Tron, I think this is the first time Tron's name has shown up in an article like this. You might know Tron from kicking ass in Eternal. That's really, really cool. Well done to everyone. All right. Tea break. This is a cool deck list of the week. This is Tuno, right? Yeah. Review, you have some bad cards, Mr. Pele. Why did they call an Netrunner when you of in the run of out the net hot hack the net nemesis? Are we generating counters into decks that are on many trashables? Eden, bruh, we're cycling the strike fund, me. So this is a really cool idea for a list. I think this was at the COS. Italy had a Crown of Servers tournament somewhat recently. Looks like there's a bunch of organized play going on over there, which is awesome. And so Tuno brought this list. I read the write-up. Tuno, it really likes to play Shaper. And there's a card and an engine that's really cool to import in Shaper, the same way that parts of this engine is really cool to import into Anarch. This is Aniccam. Aniccam says the first time each turn in an event is trash, draw a card. And we've seen more and more of this play in Shaper. We got Creative Commission back, which is really quite good. And we're also seeing, or actually we didn't see too much of it, but playing this in Anarch is so fun. Because if you trash an event off the top of your deck by firing like a Lago Piranha Shelter, that draws more cards with Aniccam. Again, wherever the cards get trashed from, it doesn't matter. And so the idea with this Lat deck is to play Audrey. And then on your opponent's turn, which counts as a legally distinct turn, you can send to Audrey at any paid ability window. You can spend a card, to give yourself some extra strength, which doesn't matter. And you can send out the strike funds, and you can send out the steel skin scarrings, and then you can bottom them with buffer drive, and you can go infinite. It's functionally, the sort of the mulchy package, except I don't even think Audrey is a big part of the breaker suite in this deck. This is more so, it's just an econ piece. And for what it's worth, I love me a program that is not an icebreaker, that gives you utility. I think utility programs, econ programs, are some of the coolest part of Netrunner, and this is a deck that builds around it. So it's Reg Shaper. I do think the write-up talks about how it doesn't have a lot of multi-access. We're looking at one Devadata drone. Shout out to a deck that plays Into the Depths. If you got those alt-arts at Worlds, a good excuse to play them. And using Into the Depths to get the Devadata drone out and charge it is really cool. And then all we have for multi-access is Into the Depths, or more accurately, Devadata drone and a Pretty Mary. Very neat. I do think the write-up says you have to play pretty, I wouldn't say conservative, but you have to play kind of smart. You have to make, the reasonable runs that make sense. And then just have 25 events and an Ashen Epilogue and maybe send it more than once. This looks really damn cool. I think understanding how quickly we need to get the Audrey on the table, I'm assuming we can SMC for it. I don't know if we get on turn 1. I don't know whether you have to wait for the buffer drive. My guess is no, because the buffer drive will be there for when we Ashen, and then from that point we are flying. Oh yeah, we also have 3 jailbreaks for multi-access, which is like kind of neat, especially with Aniccam. Feels good. Shaper, that's an Anarch deck. Just because the green doesn't make a Shaper. I mean, it kind of does. I remember when the early proto multi decks were just strong because they had infinite cycling econ with strike fund. Good times. Yeah. Back in the day with Hoshiko, you could get to the bottom of your deck. You can still do this in standard. And then you could just keep playing the same steel strike funds more accurately and put it on the bottom of your deck and then just draw it with Hoshiko and just keep doing that over and over and over again. And you generally Ashen Epilogued out of that hole if you're down there for too long, but it worked out really well. So let's just play some Shaper. I need to look at the breaker suite. So Echelon is our only killer. This thing is not very good early, so I don't know how we deal with early drafters. Maybe that's like actually the Audrey plan, but I'm not 100% convinced about that. Pressure Spike, I've never really played. I like Gauss a fair bit when it comes to breaking big barriers, but this deck only has 2 simul chips, so we're not going to have that sort of like lot of recursion that we need to fuel the like intelligent Gauss pulls. And then we have a Propeller, which is cracked, and then we have Unity. So we have a lot of late game stuff. I just don't know how we bridge the early Echelon gap, because I think if I faceplant into a Sentry on turn 3, like I don't think we can break it. So I don't know what to do about that, but we don't have any other like cheat cards like Palangi or Chromatophores or anything like that. 2 Coalescence is neat. Not 100% sure why we're on 2 Coalescence. We have no way to get a lot of value from the Coalescence. Why is Coalescence in the deck? It's just good enough with DZ and Simulchip, I guess. There's probably some truth to that. That's interesting. Let's give this a shot. We're not logged in. Spec work, good targets. Oh wait, do we have spec work? Oh, we have 3 spec work. Okay, 100% that's the reason. I've totally missed this card. This is why you play Coalescence. It also can get rid of your Devadata drones. Yeah, we do have spec work. Okay, that's good. I think that's going to help a lot. This is not the only job event we've ever seen in the game. It might be the only job event in the game. Technically, I don't think that matters for Az, because I think it's the install cost, not the play cost. What's Az say? Oh, it says resource. Okay, well, that narrows that down. Let's go. New game, runner, go. We have now hit off meta month. There's a bunch of good events going on this weekend. I think Retrieval runs this weekend. I'm not sure what the first off meta month is. Oh, it's Lucy. But things are starting as soon as this weekend. There's probably actually multiple events this weekend if you're trying to play some organized play. All right, I'm still convinced this is probably Scrobs, which I don't have a lot of experience into, so I'm definitely going to make the wrong call at some point. Lucy keeps. We're at 49 card op. We have no big engine pieces. We have the Ritual and the Jailbreak for pressure. I think against op, we want to deal with SDSs and Basalt. SDS probably still in the deck, so we need a breaker for that. Maybe Ritual setup is good enough. And we're playing Glat, so we want to match hand size. I'm assuming Lucy's going to like install 3. We don't have pinholes, so we're not really good at contesting the early remote server. But maybe just the DZ, the Ritual, the Jailbreak's good enough. I think we can do worse than this. Hey, Jai, how's it going? Are there spec work alt-arts? I have never seen one. There's a whole lot of really powerful Ashes cards that like, I feel like the art hasn't kept up, and they don't have alt-arts. Still waiting for a red level clearance alt-art, a fully operational alt-art. There's a bunch of really important cards. So Lucy's on 3 cards in hand. This could easily be spin, but I think this is more likely to be a humanoid or an Antil. If we do Sure Gamble, Pressure Spike, run it, That puts us on 5 credits. If it's a Maskirovka, we break it for all our money functionally. It's not good. I don't think we ritual. We generally keep ritual for later, so we want to plan our turn. Best of luck, have fun. We could face check. I don't love face checking into ice because then you allow things like extract to work, and if it's a Maskirovka, it's a pretty big blowout. Running a shaper, Dark, how's it going? If we do sure gamble jailbreak, we can lock 2 on R&D, but op shuffles a heck of a lot. We still an early basalt on this turn. We're in a good spot. And then we'll probably play DZ. We'll send it. My brain started pronouncing Metropole with the same enunciation as Monopoly, and it's killing me. Metropoly? Metropole Grid? Okay, so trashing this would be good. But I don't think we care if she draws this now. I'd rather her draw this than something else. That's good. There's only one of those. Metropole Grid. All right, so we can just install Aniccam, click for a credit, then Ritual draws 4. I think I'm okay with that. We'll ask for action. Again, if our hand size match, we draw a card. There's a window here that she can res something. It's not likely to be a spin doctor, so we're going to get our end of turn lat draw. Nice, that helps. Do we have overclocks? I'm assuming we must. Yeah, we have all of them. Okay. So it is a regolith. All right, so we need to deal with that. Can we deal with that? We probably can. We want to trash this so she doesn't go get a 1-coster from her deck. I'm not sure what the big concern is of the 1-coster. I don't think, unless she's on a humanoid, and then we'll know. This lets her spend most of her turn on this regolith. I think the money is really important. We know she has a measured, so as soon as we steal another agenda, we have to watch out for measured death. This is going to draw 4 cards. Maybe we'll just hand dump. Yeah, okay. We'll hand dump. I also was playing Shaper with Strike Funded and Steelskin, playing Aniccam Lat, or Aniccam Dao, and I thought it was good fun. So we can do SMC Simulchip. I don't want to play the Strike Fund, so maybe we just install the DZ and go slow. I don't know how slow we can go. We're going to get the card draw for sure. We don't have to ask. The order of these installs didn't matter. She's on 18 credits. Oh, it's a wall-to-wall. That's fine. So this is an agenda. We could be in a bad spot. I'm not sure what this would be. SMC, we definitely want an overclock. We could start by playing a Strike Fund, which is 3 credits, draw a card. I think that's a good start. We're going to play the Creative Commission. If this is a Spin Doctor, we can force it down, and she can be on 6 cards in hand, which we can't break. I'm not sure what we have to do. I think we just want to play a bit conservatively, because as long as she doesn't score the Basalt, we're fine. Maybe it's a Sphere. Maybe we should actually play the Strike Fund, excuse me, for. Okay, it is a Spin Doctor. If we trash it, we probably actually should trash it. It just means that she can't play Slash and Burns out of hand, and maybe she's not on Scrobs, so I think we will still trash it. So no matter what, we're going to go through a deck here. We'll Strike Fund for some credits. Okay, next turn will be Sure Gamble. We can't be on 6 cards in hand. So this hand doesn't do what we want it to do, so I think we just draw and play creative. Okay. Hey, Jake, how's it going? You're my #2 most viewed YouTube channel. Thanks for another year of content. Thank you, Jake. Yeah, people's YouTube wrap-ups are ending. I've seen a lot of people be like at the top whatever % of Metropolitan Grid viewers. Hopefully y'all had a good year. That's really cool. Hopefully you're doing well, Jake. It's been a minute. Okay, so we need to get into the server because this could be a Wage Workers or a Bass, and all of those can score out of 5-3 from hand, or we could just pressure HQ, but we don't really have the tools to do that. So my guess is we just do Sure Gamble into Overclock, which will top deck. Ooh, Into the Depths is also really cool. It's a 1 credit run. We either get 4 credits back, we can install a program, or we could charge. I think we have to contest the server all the time. If it is against measured, we're actually pretty good if we have at least 1 Steelskin in hand. I think for 12 credits, we always crack this remote server. So let's just like do a little clean getaway, but a bit trickier. Kessleroid, okay. So we have to go get our, what's it called? Our propeller. We can even charge the propeller, which is kind of funny. We break for 2. I think we're going to get 4 credits. We need to keep our money up. So Wage Workers, yeah, we have to trash this. Otherwise, she can comp out from hand. HQ pressure will matter as well. Here, all we want to get to is 5 cards in hand. So we'll just draw up. That's really nice that we have it. We might just need to Simulchip immediately for the SMC here before we end our turn. I could see that being correct. And then just click for credit. Because we want the propeller. I think we actually do. It's either we use the Simulchip right now or we use the Simulchip on the propeller later. But if he does Code Gate in front of the Kessleroid, I'm just going to go ahead and crack this. It might not be right. We'll get a card. 3 spec works nice. Fetch Parisha here would be pretty good if we have it. Oh, you mean the other one? Azimat? I don't know if we want Azimat. With the spec works, maybe we do. Actually, there's a chance that instead of getting the 4 credits, we should have got a Coalescence. Because with spec work, it's not that bad. Yeah, we probably should have got the Coalescence, I guess. I was lurking here in hopes to learn about the game so I don't win a wooden spoon at the showdown 2 times in a row. Wait, what do you mean win the wooden spoon? All right, so we have to get in here again. She's discarding. There could be agendas in the bin. We have to watch out. She can feed us a 5-3. 259 videos watched for Metropole Grid this year. I don't think we put out 259 videos in a year. That's good. So what can we do? I don't want to spec work any of these because I think we're going to need them. We know we break this for 2, so the outermost might be a code gate. If it's Unity, we deal with generally the cheap code gates. So we can just overclock this as a start and see how things go. We're expecting to be in not a bad spot. I think we'll just do this. If we top deck economy, it makes it easier. Wooden Spoon's last place award. I was the only player with 1 win last showdown. Okay, well, hey, I don't know if we're going to be playing the decks that you enjoy playing, but always you can ask questions. We try and explain what we do. Yeah, so cheap code gate, gear check makes sense. That's why we pulled back the SMC. So we break this for 6. We're going to use this credits no matter what, but we might bounce off the Kesteroid if we don't have 4 credits when we get in there to trash Bass or Wage Worker. So again, our breakers are expensive. I think we probably should have not gone for 4 credits. Yeah, so we have enough money. We'll break this for 1. We'll break it for 2. If it's an agenda, we're in a bad spot. This actually might be we could lose if this is a 5-3, if it's a Basalt. I didn't check the wrap up, but I definitely been watching older Metropole videos. Found Terminal 7, Old Netrunner seems like a time. It's like we used to get new products every month. And so like talking about the meta has it all constantly changed was like so much fun. Which like Null Signal Games does things differently. It was obviously a different time. But oh my God, were things different back then. It's a slash and burn. Okay, so her hand is desperate, but we are very much on threat. So she can do Basalt, Basalt, Basalt would be the worst case. So we just want to get ourselves up to ideally 16 credits, which we can't. So we're going to get ourselves to 6 cards in hand and more than 8 credits. So if she does measured, 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 if she has every single measured, we lose. If she has that, we could play the sure gamble and then just do credit, credit. That actually doesn't matter that much. So there's a chance if we want to be triple measured, we would have to like spec work something. If we have a steel skin in hand, we're good. We got functionally next turn, we'll have 7 cards in hand. So we still die to double measured unless we top deck a steel skin. Simply top deck 3 measured. It's that easy. Okay, so maybe she doesn't have it. Yo, Santa, how's it going? I'd love some more cards and certain ones back from the ban list. I have no doubt we'll get cards back from the ban list from the new set. I think we just take credits here. I don't think we have to do anything wild like spec working our propeller. We only have, mind you, 1 more simul chip. So I think we're just going to play it safe and try and win off of a single from here. We get our draw. Contesting the Spin Doctor also makes sense. Number 2 channel for me probably would be number 1 if it weren't for the tragic death of Tuesday streams. You and me both. Yeah, I do miss Tuesday streams a heck of a lot. Number 4, top 4% viewer, Brennan Bishop. How's it going? It should be draw 1, not game 1. Oh yeah, do it. Do it up. No, not at all. All right, so she's digging. Number 1 channel. Your top 4 channels are all Netrunner, so like you've got a focused YouTube habit. That's good. Yeah, so now this wall-to-wall doesn't do as much. Lucy doesn't want to crack the Spin Doctor to shuffle back cards. Maybe. It's just like that's the only mode of the wall-to-wall that matters. And none of these cards are measureds. I'd be glad to know I didn't find 3 measures and 2 draws. Sick. We know that she has 1 and we didn't trash it. So now ideally we win the game off of stealing a 3-pointer. And from there, her server costs us 3 credits to run. So in a good spot. Been playing a lot since Worlds and really enjoying it. Oh, very good. I haven't been playing that much since Worlds. I know a lot of people are getting like really plugged into alternate formats for this month. And I think that's pretty cool. All right. So I don't think there's anything she can slash here. We probably keep checking this. I don't know what we're meant to spec work. Second Ice on HQ makes some sense. If that is a Bass, we still have to deal with it, ideally. Like, are we at the point where we just like spec work this propeller? I think we run the server and then we spec work the propeller and then we just like hard commit to the pressure spike. Because the pressure spike also breaks us for 2 credits, right? Yeah, it's the same. Yay, Harp, how's it going? I love this deck. It's the decklist of the week. So it's our first game so far. I think I'm already learning a lot about it, but like I don't think we're showing off any of the cool stuff. Like we didn't rush out Audrey. Maybe we should have. Because even if we have Audrey in Strike Fund, or sorry, Steel Skin in hand, we're like kind of hard to kill. Like she has to know we're going to run this anyways. So she's probably just like keeping us busy. 3rd Spin Doctor. Okay. So 2 Spin Doctors back. Okay. That's fine. We made a successful run. I'm just going to spec work the propeller. This draws a lot. Okay. Steel Skin in hand gives us safety. Audrey on the table gives us safety as well. With that on the table, I wouldn't say we can't lose, but it's really, really good. So trashing stuff is good. The wall-to-wall is going to do something. I don't think there's anything we have to do. Now with the Audrey, we can always draw +3 cards on any turn. That puts us at 7. So I guess we died to like a whole bunch of measures. I don't know how to do all these spec works. We only have 2 coalescence. So we don't need the Aniccam. I think we just install the Pretty Marion and just pass. I don't think we die here. Pretty hard to lose with Audrey there. Yeah, exactly. Because again, this we can do at any paid ability. I think we're just going to fire Steel Skin here to draw 3. We have 2 more Steel Skins, so I don't think we have to be precious. I think we need to find our multi-axis. We need to find our coalescences. Can I shout out 3-point Eternal? It's generally fun. It sounds really good. Is it like busted? Like how close is it to standard power level? Because 3-point Eternal like abstractly sounds like the Eternal I want to play. And I've done no testing. But like that's kind of what I want. The full card pool, but not it to be like CI combo forever. Oh, that's cursed. Oh, that's cursed. Like mutually assured destruction. What do we do here? Don't we just wait until she floods? A lot of this ice is really cheap. The more that we run, though, the more that we give her extract lines. Speaking of extract lines, wall to wall is gone. Are you getting a Spin Doctor last click? Oh, a Sphy. I mean, that is scary because you can Sphy. Oh, these are only 2 costers. So as long as we don't res ice, the Sphy doesn't matter that much. Because Sphy trashing a 3 coster to get a 2 coster, that matters. Or a 4 coster to get a Bass, that matters. So will Audrey. Steel Skin, draw 3. The order doesn't matter. Sick. Simulchip's good. Okay. I think we just set up and do nothing. So we'll do Pressure Spike, Simulchip, Credit, Creative, throw out a card. This installs for 3, installs for 1, Credit, Creative. Nice. Nice. Spinning that 1990 hit track. I don't know what that means then. How's it going? I played Andy, Rebirth, Banhar, Steve in round 1. Yo, that sounds really cool. Wall to wall's on the table. This won't fire its start a turn ability because it did not see the start of Ice Ice Baby. I got it. The Ice Ice Baby is like the traditional corp opening. So second extract on the wall to wall. That'll get a Spin Doctor. She has 30 credits. What happened? Oh, she extracted for nothing. Okay, well, I don't think we have to do anything. So I think we just do Coalescence for +3. We spec work it to draw 3. We install a telework. We use a telework. We install the SMC. I guess we don't use the telework. I mean, like, things seem fine for us. At some point, we'll find a jailbreak and we'll start going, like, HQ is probably where we should be going. But also, as long as we can just run the remote over and over again and not die to measure, we're fine. All right, order. And we have a card on the table, so we have to consider checking this. So this SMC doesn't do much. We can always like send with the Audrey out the spec work just to draw a card. If we SMC here, we spend 3 credits to get a Coalescence, and then we can overclock the Coalescence. I don't think there's actually any more programs that we care to get, right? No, there's no other programs in the deck besides 1 more Coalescence. So I think we can just crack this. It's technically credit positive. Yeah. So we install Echelon for 2 and we overclock. Mind you, MU is broken on Jnet. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will put us over MU. I think we can just get away with that. I don't think we have to spec work it. We could, but then we have a lot of cards in hand. We only have 11 cards left. Maybe we actually should just spec work it. Spec work, Echelon overclock. We need to find our buffer drive. Oh, Into the Depths might be better than overclock, let's be honest. What are we charging though? I don't think there's anything we want to charge. So 4 credits is fine. There's no programs in our stack. Charge at a card doesn't matter. So I think we do just overclock it. Oh, sorry. We need an installer killer. I forgot we don't have one. There's 2 Stavkas in the list. I don't think this deck has a setup for half rune. If it's a half rune, we can simulchip, so we're fine. Hey, Changeling, how's it going? You have 6 MU available? DZ? Oh my god, you're right, we do. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, we're right. You're right. We had 6. Yeah, that makes more sense, yeah. Also evening. Hopefully you're well. Next turn, you can spec work the colon and install drone. Yeah, I realized we didn't have MU. Oh my god. Just play Mitra. Fake ass window. White space. We can break this for 1 or we can break it for 3. I'm gonna go for 1. That's the only one that matters. Don't hit break all. The mental that you save of it is not worth the credits you lose. Bad habit on Jnet. Mask key. Okay, we break this for 4. We could technically give her money. I think we actually do give her money. She has 1 nano management. We're gonna be on. No, this is free. Never mind. We're after gonna spend some money trashing this thing in the server. It's a bass. We have to trash bass. So we could be triple measured. So we just need to get 16 credits. Luckily, we have a 16 credit button. And we have 6 cards in hand. Sometimes it's wrong to draw the card, but we have 3 events, so we should be fine. If we lose this Ashen, we have to like buffer drive it back. I think we might actually Ashen in this matchup. Very importantly, Ashen removes itself from the game, so you don't draw off of Aniccam. Very weird. This feed does not fire. That server costs us only 1, 2, 3, 4 to run. We can make more than 4 credits a turn. I think our first jailbreak runs HQ. The second jailbreak runs R&D. The thing is, like, locking R&D is a bit tricky because she has a lot of shuffle effects. We saw 2 spin doctors go back, and she didn't grab a spin doctor when she extracted a wall to wall. So either she has them in hand or she's flooded. But if she's flooded, she'd get it. Pay 8. I think we can pay 8. I don't think we care if we get bankrupt. Yeah, okay. So she paid 8. Okay. We don't have to do anything here. We are fully in like control. So I'm just gonna do nothing. I will. Oh, we should have thrown Strike Fund to Audrey. Actually, no, we'll wait for the buffer drive. We also do have Audrey as a breaker, which we have to remember. So I will play the Strike Fund to draw a card. That's good to have. We will telework. We'll install Dividata drones. We'll click for credit. Like, as long as we keep our money up, she can't hurt us. That's perfect. Drone then triple credit. Yeah, we just about. All right, we have a game. I'm out of hell. Okay. She drew the fast advance. Maybe we should pressure HQ more. Oh, yeah, the 3 costers rezzed. So she can do the combo now. So we lose in 2 turns here. So Slash and Burn's in the bin, but Basalt can get it back. So we just run Archives, run HQ. We made it. Yeah, I forgot the 3 costers res. We should have been a bit more aggressive. So she top decked either the Slash or the Basalt. So thinking on our turn here, we can throw out the Steel Skin to draw a lot of cards. We want to find a jailbreak for HQ after we run Archives. So I am going to Audrey this card. Great. Start turn. Okay, so we want to run Archives. We have no good way to make a good run off Archives, so we just run Archives. She adds this to their hand, and then we have a 50% chance of finding it on HQ because she didn't use the Basalt on our turn, let alone she trashes a card here, which could be game. It's not. Powers, Envelopment, White Space. Okay, she has 16 credits. She only has 1 Basalt token, so we probably won't get triple measured. So here, we could buffer drive first, then jailbreak. I don't think it makes a huge difference. Hey, Backtrack, just found out I watched 203 Metropole Grid vids since June. That's the numbers, huh? That's more than a year's worth of content. You're hitting the backlog. Hopefully it's been good. We'll do buffer drive last. I think we'll just do telework, run HQ. This will draw a card, 2 cards actually. Off the locals to teach a newbie, have a good stream. Brennan, enjoy. Afshar, annoying. We can only break 1 of the subroutines, so it costs us 3 always. Okay, Masky. Giving her money now probably isn't worth. Yeah. 2 credits puts her like, yeah, she still can't triple measure. She's going to res like a, I don't know, a Winchester. Yeah. Luckily, Echelon's F4, so we'll break all of this. Every single subroutine matters. We're on 8. We have a 50% chance of winning the game. 100% chance. Oh, that doesn't win the game. Oh, yo. I thought 7 points. I mashed axes. Okay, we're fine. We get Audrey the Maskey at some point. Oh yeah, that actually would have been a lot better. I think we just jailbreak, run our R&D here and see 4 cards. She can't keep us out on 5 credits. The worst she could do is extract double measured. That's unlikely. I don't know if we have to do that. We're discarding a lot of cards here. So I'm assuming we can either Into the Depths R&D for 4 credits, or we can jailbreak. I think we Into the Depths, we see enough cards that we're okay about it. Can we break on this on 4 credits? Yeah, with Audrey, we can. We definitely want to use Audrey. So we're going to Into the Depths R&D. We'll charge the Devidot and we'll get 4 credits. I feel like you buffer. Yeah, it might be a bit too late. I think we're going to buffer and then Ashen next turn after we empty the telework. But this will see enough cards. She's doing maths. Again, we have Audrey, which can just use her extra cards in hand. We don't care about them. We don't need the SMC. We don't need the Aniccam. So we're probably not going to actually spend any credits here. And if she has no money, she can't do much. I don't know if there's anything in HQ we care about. She can always grab something back next turn. On 4 credits, like if she has a, yeah, she would need like extract, measured. We have no cards in stack, though. It's kind of sus. Here we see 3 cards, Devidata and Pretty Mary, so pretty good chance. It looks like she was waiting to draw agendas, considering she only comboed out then. Mind you, it might be the right agendas, but I don't think. Completely failing a basic arithmetic. Never done that. No idea. I have to do something harder than counting to 7. Yeah. Sure. Like there's something harder. We also can simulship back for the Coalescence at end of turn. I'm counting like 12. I mean, it's tricky. So extract is the big thing because it gives her 6 credits. So she can always do extract, measured. We're probably pushing our luck a bit here. It's a Kessleroid. Okay. So we either break this for 2 credits or we break it with Audrey. And I think we're going to use Audrey because otherwise we're going to discard cards anyways. So we will... Oh, wait. We break Audrey for free. Right. Audrey. Wait, what does Audrey do? I don't know. I don't think it's a meta important card. We'll just break. Oh, and we have to trash a card. Never mind. Lamau. Okay. Scuff the interface. Yeah, sorry. We have to boost the 1 strength. She's down to 4. 4 is exactly extracted double measured. All right, she's doing math. Again, she'll get more money with Svi, so actually she does have 8 credits. No shot. Or in 2. Excuse me. Yeah, we have to give this because we get 4 credits back, and we want to use our hand anyways. But yeah, this Figator actually is probably worth trashing. Oh wow, her hand is extract measured, so she has extract double measured. There's a shot. I think we survive this though, because we're gonna have 4 credits. Nah. Oh yeah, she could technically hit Ashen Buffer Drive. That could get us. So yeah, you can. No, you can't. You get 9 from Svi plus extract. So as long as it's 3 credits or less, I think you're fine. I always think Svi gives you 4 because I'm so used to the 4 as a runner, thinking about trashing Svi, but it's only 3. Oh, Winchester, 1 off. Yeah, that's too much. So if she does all of that, we have either we lose Ashen or we lose Buffer Drive, then we're out of recursion and we just have to win with breakers and clicking for credits, which is not impossible. We can't get up to 16 credits if we simulchip, which we could pay for both. But I still think she's in a bad spot. So we'll gain 4. We'll charge the drones. Miss, please. We'll do Devadata first. Tree line, Svi, Anthill. No. Beans, we missed. Hey, Crowar. Yeah, that felt okay. So we'll get rid of this. Sorry, it comes to this. I mean, you still have to win somehow. So we know the next 3 cards. So what cards can we lose? The Steel Skin doesn't do anything because there's nothing to draw. So we have to pay for one of them, and then we're on 0 credits. Yeah, maybe we're getting punished for not installing the buffer drive. I could see it. I thought we'd win there. But we saw 3 cards. Oh, actually, she's going to see new cards if she fires this fee. Yeah, so trashing the Anthill is ridiculous. Any reason why we're skipping Strike Fund again? You're right. We could throw it out and then keep this Steel Skin. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, Thanos, how's it going? I guess we could just throw this out and then keep the Strike Fund and just have 2 more credits clicklessly. Yeah, I guess that's strictly correct, right? That's the reason we're forgetting. How's it going, by the way, Kato? Play might have been the bait extract measure by trashing Anthill to go to 7. Wait, what? And then we die. Wait, that can't be it. How's that a bait? Don't we just lose? Oh, toss Strike Fund after the first measured? Yeah. Wait, that is actually kind of funny. So here we'll pay 8. I guess we want her to play the second one, so we should pay 8. And then she's used her Basalt. She's trashed an unknown card. All right, we're Grinder. Strike Fund, gain 2. Figure out how to win. Yeah, I don't know. We think this is a Winchester. She can't res it. So we take our money. We run R&D, we see 3. We're assuming she's not lying about this. Hey, Gyro. So that we can see 3 cards here. We could jailbreak for our last card. On 5 credits, we can always panic for that. Yeah, we break this for 2. I think we just jailbreak to see another card. Archives also has an unknown in it. Having 1 card versus having no cards doesn't really matter. This fails to draw 2 cards. Hey, Cursor, how's it going? I should have declined op shuffle there. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, the shuffle is optional. Yeah, it also makes the Basalt safe. That is another thing. We should check archives for sure. But she did put herself in a big risk. Off 2 discards. Google Santa rest of Norwich for what I've been up to lately. I don't know what that means. We see 4 in R&D? Yeah, for sure. Jailbreak first, then we do Deva, and then Pretty Mary. Yeah, that's game. GG. How many in there? All right, we got there. We saw a fair few cards. We saw 12 unique cards. I mean, op gets really dense here. We were looking at 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 agenda points with 13 cards left in R&D. So there's a couple more in there. 4 and 14. I think 4 and 14 seeing 4. We are favored. So we see 4 out of 4. So it's 16 out of 14. Wait, I forget what the math is. No, it's 4 out of 4 in 14. So it's going to be 16 out of 14. No, there can't be. We have over 100% chance. Can Andre do the hyper geometric? I'm doing it. Real bad. I thought it was cards. What did Cold Lava say? It was cards accessed times cards needed divided by deck size. But that's 100+%. Does anyone remember what the shortcut is? What is the shortcut? I thought that was it. Yeah, calling the exact lines. I thought it was 4 times 4, which is 16 over 4. Yeah, no, I don't know what the hypergeometric is. Let's check real quick. It's gonna get really bright here. Okay, probability, population size 14, number of successes 4, sample size 4, number of successes. We need 1+. We win 80% of the time. It's 80. Yeah. I'm not sure how we were meant to get that number using the shortcut, but the shortcut was like really simple. And I remember liking it. I'll take those odds. Did you basalt something? Yeah, if she doesn't shuffle there, it's a really big difference because then we only see 2 new cards. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, shuffling is actually really, really important to do or to not do. Unfortunately, we knew nothing about hand. Oh no, we knew one card in hand. We got there. Thanks for the game. Yeah, I think if they don't score the Basalt, I was like playing really, I would say defensively for a while. Once the Maskarovka got rezzed, yeah, then this fee has to go down. I set that line clearly to be like, oh, as long as there's no 3 coster, we don't have to care about this fee. And then we res the Maskarovka and didn't deal with this fee. I think we just had to deal with this fee. All at the same time, you have to play around double measured or sometimes triple measured, but I don't believe in triple measured. I don't know if it was right to trash the first measured we saw. My guess is it might have been in hindsight because all 3 did show up. Good game, Lucy. Hey, John. Not today, Santa. All right, we'll do one more. This is cool. Runner deck. I'm glad that we found the Audrey. I don't think we're doing enough good Audrey stuff. Like, I do think we need to fire it consistently. Like, we could have got 2 more credits on that last turn cycle, and that actually does really matter when we're kind of down to the wire. Leo, okay, that can't be great for us. We're okay in the mid to late game. Hand looks okay. Kershaw, what does the Santa think? Hey, best of luck, have fun. So we have Coalescence, which sets up our 3 spec works. Otherwise, all we have is money. We don't have card draw. We don't have any engine pieces. Like, this hand seems okay, but I think I'm going to hard mulligan for it, probably for an Aniccam. I wouldn't say this is a better hand. This not a better hand. I wonder if we were daft not keeping the other hand. If I'm 1 credit richer and can res the Winchesters, that's so much better for me. Yeah, I think I break the Winchesters for 3, but Lucy, if that happens, I just pop a Coalescence to go +4 credits. Like, I always survive. You do grind me out. Either you have to miss the buffer drive or the Ashen. So I have a 40% chance I don't get ground out fully. But still, I think the trade is good enough for me because I don't know how you win the game without a Basalt. So it's tricky. You have 2 draw cards, you'll be fine. I know, but I hate playing the Steel Skin and going down to 4 credits. I don't know what this is. Reads like a Spin Doctor. I think that's what you want to do against Lat. Jailbreak are an R&D. This could just be 6 agendas. Don't love it. We want to end with creative, so we could do Audrey Jailbreak. I also don't like playing Steel Skin when they go up down to 3 cards in hand, but we're pretty sure this is a what's it called? I guess there's actually a chance that it's would they just put a Tranquility out there? Maybe they do. So if it's a Spin Doctor, we run it, they go to the 5. And then we can just do SMC creative. That's fine. If it's a Tranquility, we probably just do credit creative, throw out a card. I think no matter what, we're happy. They kept, wait, did they keep? No, they mulled. It's a spin, okay. So we're not going to trash it, but now we can get our free lat draw. Actually, should we trash it? It allows them to manage their hand. That didn't seem good. I think we have enough money in our hand we can trash this. Cool. Sick. Ritual. Great. I got arrested on Saturday for a terrorism offense, holding a sign supporting a Palestine campaign group while dressed as Santa. Holy shit. Is everything okay? All right, they're pushing. Could be humanoid, could be seamless. I think we can just hard overclock this. Sorry, just hard run this. If it is a Biroid, we don't care. If it's an MIC, it's bad. But no matter what, if it's an MIC, it's going to be bad because we're not going to grab Unity anytime soon. They're on 3 cards in hand. Sure is the UK. Wild. So I don't think we can contest this. The worst case is they seam this out in ADT. We can find out a bit about the deck. There's some turns where like you don't want a ritual because it puts you away from lat, and I can't tell if those are the good turns or not. We could do Audrey into jailbreak. If you find it trashable, I guess we have Audrey counters and we can maybe contest this. I don't mind that. I think we want to set up Audrey anyways because it gives us steel skins. Yeah, we'll try it. I think running HQ here would be better overall. Best viewers. That's the one Twitch chat message is, hold on, at least you don't see it. Cool. Humanoid, great. Boomy, good to know where that is. We have an Audrey. So this could be a second Spin Doctor. My guess is not. So we don't actually have a way to get down to 4 hand size unless we just throw cards away for fun. The other option is we can just overclock the server and say whatever this is we get through with 2 virus counters, which might be correct. If it's an MIC, we'd rather do it a click later. So we could do SMC overclock. That puts us kind of in the hole, but it also puts us on 3 cards. I'm going to do it. I have no idea what the read at the remote server is, but I'm going to be aggressive. Joke police were going on the naughty list. That is funny. I'm assuming they don't res here. Oh, they do. It's big as well. This looks like an agenda. Okay. They might not have ice in hand, but we break these for 3 credits. Is this an agenda? We still have a credits to trash a humanoid. And then we can spec work this thing away. If they throw a Brian at us, we're like really happy about it. If they trade a Brown for an agenda. I have no read what this card is. If it's a Tranquility, we get goofed. Oh, they're thinking, oh, wow, this looks powerful. I think if they send a Brawn for just like a 4/3, we're really, really happy. I think you can just cut your losses here. And if it's like a send a message, I don't know if they have double seamless in hand. I don't know what this is. There's no way you trade a Brawn for anything that's not like humanoid. Okay. Sick. We get an Audrey counter. Draw card, nailed it. So they have a Boomy in hand. Yeah, there's no shot to trade a Brawn for that. I think you do want to think about it. But now we have 2 Audrey counters, which is kind of hype. Everything's all right. Spent 5 hours in a cell, now on bail. Technically looking up to 6 months of convicted, but that's very unlikely. There are a couple of videos people took onto the news, hopefully raise a little awareness of the issue. Did you intend to get arrested, or it's just something that happened? All right, so that's probably a Boomy. This we don't know. We know nothing about their hand. They're on 2 cards, so that's really good. The Propeller doesn't do anything in the matchup besides maybe breaks a Hagen. With 1 counter, it's not very good. So I think we're just going to spec work this Propeller. I don't think we can keep a low hand size, and we could do like credit, Aniccam spec work. And then we end up drawing 3 cards, so we're on hand size. I don't love it. I think we shouldn't be clicking for creds while we have an Aniccam in hand. Or sorry, while we have a spec work. So I'm just going to sell the thing. Okay, Simon Chip's okay. We could do... Can't get easily down to 5 cards in hand. I don't want to throw out the Ash. Like, I'm worried about throwing out the Ash into Audrey. I guess a buffer drive will show up sooner than later. I think here we have to not get down to hand size. I think we just draw for an econ card. Okay, double simulchip. This might be where we have to simulchip for an SMC again, as much as I don't love it. So we could do like Aniccam simulchip, and then we could steal skin on his turn. And I'm just going to grab the SMC because I feel like it makes me feel good. The rest was expected. If you put the words I support and the word Palestine and the word action in the UK, you get arrested. Really? Oh, wow, they purged. Okay, they're scared of us. We'll trash the steel skin. To draw 3. All right, no econ, and they're still in 3 cards in hand. So maybe actually that was not the right turn to do that. We should have just like sat there for a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4 MU used, so we can install the next SMC without doing bad stuff to us. They didn't push in the remote server, so I don't know what it is. It's probably not a humanoid. It could be an agenda. It's a terrorism charge. That's wild. Nearly 3,000 arrested, mostly old people. Holy crap. 3,000. Terrorism charge. Okay. I think we just install this and click for credits. I do not feel comfortable. We are definitely financially in the hole. We can top deck 2 strike funds, 2 creative commissions that can get us out of this. I don't think we're doing anything for a bit. I don't feel comfortable just like hitting the ritual and assuming draw 4 will fix our problems, but maybe with Audrey it does. Last time I got arrested for it in London, it was 857 people that day. Oh crap. How do they process that? I guess they don't, right? They just tell you to come back. Okay, Tranquility makes sense. I wonder if spending our whole turn clicking down a Brawn makes sense here. This might also just be what's her face. Okay, second ice really changes that math. And they're down to 1 in hand. So this is an agenda. Maybe this is an agenda, but if this is the 7 agenda list, like there's a chance they have no agendas by now, but this is likely to be the agenda. This is likely to be a seamless. If we run through this first click, the outermost ice we can't deal with. I guess we're just not going to play around that. So let's draw 4. Don't love it. Do not love it right now. If we just do credit gamble, it's so bad for us. I think the first pass through the deck, we should just kind of like rip through it. We can throw out the Unity, no problem, because we can simulchip it back. We can throw out the SMC because we might not need it. So we can do credit gamble, I think. Actually, no, we should keep the gamble for next turn for like Aniccam reasons, because this is the only event we have, unless we're going to overclock something, which I don't think we are. Maybe we do, actually. Maybe we install Pretty Mary, and then we discard 2. Next turn we'll do creditor gamble. I don't like what we're doing. If they just score out and do nothing, we're happy. It's really hard to jailbreak, though, into LEO. I just don't want to jailbreak because we're not going to be able to get through anything. We could jailbreak the Boomy. They might just trade a Boomy for like, what's 2 card draw, 2 accesses. Double advance. Okay, so it seems like either send a message, or they don't have the seamless, or they have nothing better to do. All of those make a fair bit of sense. We could Audrey to draw a card. I don't think we want to. So we have to run this back. There's no defensive, so this is the easiest time to do it. We're assuming the worst case scenario, the outer side is an MIC. And then this, like, I don't think we have enough multi-access to win against LEO consistently. Unless we're camping the remote server, and even then that's not super possible because we have no pinholes. And without pinholes, we cannot beat Anoetic. Even Managram's really difficult. So I think we're going to have an issue. I don't think we jailbreak HQ here. The Boomy is the soft server. In theory, we like check everything. This send a message gets a bit worse because we think this is a Boomy. This looks like a good ice, like an MIC. Even if it's a Boomy, that's also like pretty good for them. Yeah, I don't think we have much to do here. That's good to have. We could overclock. Terrorist coming in and derailing the chat. SMH. So we overclock the server. We're on a lot of credits. MIC gets rezzed. We have to simulchip for the Unity. We probably SMC for a breaker. But we want to simulchip for the Brawn, actually. So maybe what we did was bad. Because I think the simulchip actually for the propeller is more important. Maybe we shouldn't have thrown out the Unity. Because this is our last simulchip before we get through our deck. Sorry, there's one simulchip behind my face. So that's not good. We could just jailbreak R&D and say it's a boom, we take a core damage. Lat shouldn't be taking core damage. That's usually pretty bad. So I think we do nothing. I think we just like draw, install a Devadata drones. I don't like this. Pressure spike? Ugh. This is okay. It breaks up Brawn for 5 eventually. Man, the threat 4 cards are something else. I guess it's this one server that we can pressure. If all they do is score out and he doesn't like put more ice on R&D, he can slow roll this maybe. Like this doesn't seem like we want to contest this server, so maybe he can continue to slow roll this. Like with if he draws at any point the architect and puts it in here. I forget her name now. The upgrade, you know the one. If that goes in here, we're in a bad spot. So like maybe last click installing Devadata drones and passing is like kind of bad. Because he knows where our pressure is. Yeah, I don't like this. Mersha, thank you. All right, send a message. Let's see what they do. And I think we're going to go, oh, Drafter. I'm glad we didn't face check. So this is the Boomy. So we can still deal with that. And locking R&D here would be good. They might have another agenda here in hand. It's 7 agendas probably. They've drawn through 15 cards. So Audrey, the Steel's going to draw 3. Okay. So we need to get all our breakers on the table. So we need to sure Gamby. Then we have to SMC for Echelon. And then, yeah, I think this is fine. That's good to have. So let's lock on R&D. So we have to SMC here to go get our Echelon for 5. And then we have to simulchip for our Unity. It might actually be better to get the propeller, I'll be honest. But now we're at strength, so we don't pay 400. Jailbreak. Oh, we see a lot of cards. I forgot about that. Devadata Pretty Mary. Mick off the top, not good. Mersha, we have to trash her on site. Spin Doctor. Don't love trashing that. Mick, double Mick. Ugh. We always break that for a best 4 credits. Like, that's never going to be good for us. They say, oh, wow. Maybe they have nothing in hand. I don't know. But they know the next 3 cards, and the Spin Doctor will break lock. So we're at 5 MU. We can't even play this Coalescence. What's going on? Why does this feel so rough? Like, it's so many different angles are we being attacked. Now, the cool thing with Buffer Drive with the Audrey In theory, we could jailbreak HQ here if we don't believe their bluff. If we jailbreak HQ, we see their whole hand. Well, no, we miss a card. We're on 7 cards in hand. I don't know what to do here. Like, we can install the Coalescence without trashing our board. We have only one DZ. Yeah, we only have one DZ. 2, 3, 4, 5. Man. Ah. This Coalescence is not that good. Wait, how many spec works are left? 2. Yo, Eric, this is playing Audrey. Yeah, it's so you can fire on your turn and fire Aniccam. It's really, really cool. I'm a big fan of what's it called? Sorry, I'll say your name on. You probably should change your name, I reckon. Excuse me if I messed up. Yeah, what do we do here? Like, this all feels super wasteful. We can't throw the pressure spike because it's not coming back. We have no more propellers. Into the Depths is really cute because of Devadata. Install buffer drive and bottom a card you want to keep. Yeah, but then we go down to 0 credits. Like, I kind of hate it. But you're right. Like, bottoming an Ashen is probably what we want to do. Maybe that is what we do. Like, it's the only thing that's not like massively destructive. Oh no, we can't bottom because we've already played an event. Oh no, this is trashed. Okay, never mind. It works. Fuck. So we don't know what that is. That's a card from HQ. That's a problem for us. But they don't have Seamlesses seemingly. So yeah, we'll tell with an agenda. So this looks like a 4-3. We definitely want to Audrey on this turn to draw. I'm assuming we get rid of... Okay, that's the MIC. So the agenda went through. So I guess the actual run was jailbreak HQ. Because if we pinch this and pinch HQ, yeah. So jailbreak HQ was the play. We break whatever with Audrey. So what we did was bad. So now we have to do this. I guess we'll get rid of Into the Depths. I mean, this jailbreak is going to catch... Oh, none of these are Biroids, we don't think. So then we'll Aniccam first, then buffer drive. Okay, not a good draw. Ooh, boy. So we can't break Brawn unless we go first click. We think this is a Boomy. We break it for 2 credits. Then we click through the Brawn. They throw the Boomy at us. We're not super upset about that trade. I don't think we're super upset about that trade. I think we can take that trade. Yeah, I think we're allowed to take that trade. Then they score and they only have a bronze server. Is that good? I don't know. I don't know what else we're doing. Our read is that this is a Boomy here. Yeah, okay. So this is free money. So they're going to throw one of these at us. I'm imagining it's a 3-cost ice. This will draw a card, so we're technically doing something. We can't let the subs fire, I don't think. Oh, actually we have a click left. No, it's not like we can run back, so I think we're just going to break all of them. I'm getting another ice here. Do you think Elio's a mistake? No, I love Elio. I think Elio is super cool. I'm like very interested to see what Elio does for the design of the game. I'm assuming there's like just no more Biroids that they can legally print. Okay, they're on game point, but they're on 1 credit. So they can't res HQ. They have a Spin Doctor, 2 unknowns. They can't do R&D. We drew it Into the Depths, which is perfect because we just credit Into the Depths HQ and gain 4 credits and draw a card. So there is no event that we can bottom. Oh yeah, it has to be an event. Jailbreak's important. Where's the... That's the last jailbreak. I think we need the jailbreak. What are we saving the Audrey counter for? That's a good question. Just about anything, really. MIC, probably? I keep forgetting I have it for whatever that's worth, but yeah, maybe we could have used the Brawn and actually like broke the Audrey with the Brawn and then got through there. That actually would have been fine. All right, credit Into the Depths HQ. We just need money. We could charge the Devadata at some point. Oh, that's a good hit. So they can't break lock. Gives us an Audrey counter. They probably purge. That's really nice too. We have a DZ. We know the bottom 2 cards of our stack. So the next card on the deck is MIC, if I'm not mistaken. So we do want to run back at some point soon. So I think we just need to get our money up. We have a Telework, which would be a nice draw. Okay, that's useless. So I think we just do credit. Sorry, we just do creative. We can Into the Depths R&D for more value. Yeah, but we know the card. I guess the more value is just charging the Devadata drone, but like then we actually have to pay 2, so it makes the econ less good. Unless we're going to use the Audrey. So they're on 4 and we broke our ND lock. Never understood why Pretty is in the quotes on the Pretty Mary card. Oh, she's hideous. But it's about like inside. Inside she like, you know that sword? Dogs. Yeah, she's a monster. She's got a dog sword. Ugh. We jailbreak R&D here for sure. For sure. I think we just use the Devadata drones and don't care because they don't have agendas. And if we see all the agendas, they don't see the agendas and we win. It's going to take us 3 years, but we'll get there. So this is an MIC is our read. There's no, it's a Hagen. It's okay. We can break it. Hagen jump scare. That's fine. They're bankrupt. This Hagen we can break. It's going to take us some cards. It's 3 strength, which is actually quite nice. So we'll trash a card. We can bottom this Aniccam. I mean, I guess. And then we'll break. What's your favorite deck to play in Standard at the moment? I honestly don't know. I was at Worlds. I was vibing Dow with Audrey, and sorry, not with Audrey, with Matryoshka, and I was enjoying it. Damn, I don't know. On the corp side, I've been having a way better time playing Zwicky than I think I should be. I think we can pay 2 here. I'll keep that 1 Audrey counter. All right, jailbreak first. Devadata, Pretty Mary. Let's go. Managarm Skunkworks. We don't want that to hit the table. I hate trashing off top of R&D. Petty Cash, Boomy, Seamless. Man, this deck has so few agendas in it. Maybe they have one in hand, but like, you know, the struggle, it's real. So we want an Audrey Strike Fund. So that'll be our next turn. So not much we're doing here. We can always like Audrey. This is the cool thing is we can always just throw away cards from Audrey to get Lat card draw, which like probably was right on one of those turns. Trash gives you Audrey, so it's worth it. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is nice. But it looks like he's not opposed to purging, which maybe that gets us. I think we just click 4. So now we know the top 3 of the deck. So we no longer have multi-axis because Pretty Mary doesn't do anything. So we need to get to the bottom of the deck quickly. So I think we just do draw credit. Okay, we can spec worker the Devadata next turn. We need a bottom out. It'd be so funny to throw our hand out just to be able to get a Lat. All right, 3 credits. They drew Petty Cash. They'll play next turn. Strike Fund first. Aniccam next. Then Buffer Drive. Cool. Start a turn. Great. Are we getting the Leo R&D experience? And I hate it. I hate that this does feel slot machiney, right? Like there's just so few agendas. I just do not like decks that run mostly 3-pointers. The amount of accesses you need to win, it's just like that lining up with how Glacier it is doesn't feel good to me. So now we know the next 2 on the deck, but that doesn't matter. So we have to just get through our deck because we know exactly where our thing is. So now we have to play Siege. So we're going to install Telework. We're going to hit Sure Gamble. No, I think we do Telework, install Telework Creative. Their hand is 2 MICs, a Petty Cash, an Unknown. The deck works a lot better when you remember Audrey can also break things. Yeah, for sure. We've been doing that, I think. We used it that run. Yeah, there's the Purge. Okay. So if we run HQ, there's probably no trashable. You can install Cole now. Oh my God. Yeah, you're right. Wait till we draw our DZ, right? So now we're eclipsing them. The Tranquility they have no installables. So if we can get an Audrey counter, that'd be nice. They just drew after the Petty Cash. What is it? They have a Boomy, a Petty Cash, MIC, Unknown. Seamless is on top. We have to get through our deck. So I think we just do Coalescent Spec Work. I don't think there's a reason to keep a program. Okay, Strike Fund on his turn. We're going to get a Lat draw. So I think the next card, if not the next card after, is the card that we need. So we're just going to try and play all our breakers. So we can play Sure Gamble next turn. We'll just install this. Cool. We probably actually overclock the Tranquility first, and then we do our thing. Ah, it's after the DZ. I swear it's after the DZ. Why is Wind Columnist deck not winning? I mean, you're not wrong, but we're going to cycle through. So now it's MIC, Seamless, Boomy, Unknown card. Maybe it's the agenda. It kind of makes sense. Will Andre install his DZs? Probably not. No, actually, we won't. We're never going to need more MU than this. Maybe we will because our propeller is better, but I guess we're on threat 4. So no, I don't think we actually need the DZ. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. It thins the deck. Okay, 7. So now we have to run R&D. Our turn. This is a cool engine. Nice. Deck tracking. Perfect. Okay. You'll need it for the drones? Yeah, okay. I'll install the stupid card. So we haven't seen just about any influence, so they could still be on Anoetic. That's a nightmare. Running R&D for a single is not that expensive, especially if we install another program. The problem is we can't. We're running R&D for a single. Miss me with the agenda density rule standard, so heavy-handed. I'd much rather stop making ice matter. Wait, are you serious? Stop trying to make ice matter? I want to run R&D, but I don't think we do. I think we overclock to the Tranquility server. I think their money actually matters if they want to resonate MIC and threaten the game. The pressure spike breaks it for an entirety of an overclock. I mean, it loses an overclock. There we go. Base take. If a corp wants to run 3 agendas, let them. No, man, the game's meant to be exciting. Single axes are meant to be cool. I want to touch cards and be good. It's 7? The fuck, it's not. Did nobody tell you how you work? Don't listen to Jnet. Pay 5. We gutted breakers in order to make ice matter. Time to hit Control Z on that. Forever. We will. Ooh, that's good. We could into the depths HQ here, but we probably into the depths R&D. The thing is, like, we want to do this after. So maybe we just do DZ Coalescence. We can filter one of these. Because, like, this gets harder and harder to play. We know most of the hand anyways. We don't get value from running R&D with this thing. So I guess we have to do this. Then we have to install the Coalescence. So I think we just trash it into the depths. We don't need to play the game B here. We want to draw to get 5 cards in hand. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Empty Coal Weave ITD. I don't think it. Oh, yeah. Actually, no, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I could see us actually ITDing to get 6 credits off of HQ. That's actually better. Yeah. So MIC is on R&D. Love it. Love it. Throwing away value. Yeah, sort of, but not in a way that matters, but sort of. Yeah. So their hand is Seamless. This is an MIC. Could be a. I think they have a Boomy somewhere. But now we want to run R&D, but I think we have to Ash after we empty the telework. That's so good. Man, this bottom of the deck thing is like kind of sick. Okay, so they're waiting. Not much is going on both sides of the table. So the bottom of our deck is a strike fund. So we can Audrey this strike fund. We can telework, we can gamble, we can Ashen. I think that's the best we have. I mean, it's pretty cool. This is where I wish you had burner. Yeah, if we had burner, like the seamlesses really matter. I just wish we had like not conduit because you can purge it out. Like a cataloger would have been fine. So I think we just do strike fund, telework, strike fund, Gamby, Ashen, 25 credits go. What did we lose? We lost a propeller. We lost our propeller. Imagine we lost our Devadata drones there. I would emotionally be so distraught. But we did lose our propeller, so enjoy using Pressure Spike. But we're also on 25 credits. We lost a spec work. We lost an SMC. Losing the SMC is like legitimately fine. Okay, cool. Audrey the second strike. Oh yeah, we could Audrey the second strike. You're right. Instead of playing it, it's the same. We would just click for credit or do something else here. Yeah, you're right. We could have installed the Devadata. I hate this. Like, are we just trying to play to time? Because they win on 5 points? It's a Mersha. Enjoy your 4th ice. They can't raise all of this shit. I want to install another program so that this pressure spike, sorry, this Hagen goes down to 1 strength, but unfortunately we don't get that in our life. So now we're going to break Hagen for 4 credits every time. Devadata full ITD? I mean, the rest of the ITD doesn't do anything. It's just going to get Mershid anyway, so I don't think we ITD now. I think we just do Devadata run. 4, 5, 6. We don't want to do overclock. I guess we do want to do overclock. Yeah, it's fine. No matter what, if they just pop it right away, it's the same. Losing the propeller kind of stank, but we're full of MU. Why not spec the coal first? That's a good question. I didn't even realize we had this in our hand. That's fine. Probably was right. Show us a mic. Okay, it's a mic. So I guess they might throw the merch at us. It looks like they don't have agendas, so we have to all play this game. We need a protector Audrey. Actually, no. Do we use our Audrey here? We'll use Audrey. Yeah, Audrey here actually is pretty good. Sorry. All Audrey. We're gonna have to spend 4 credits anyways. We might as well Audrey here because we can. No, this is useless. Did I goof it? Okay. We have a new tech, undo paid ability. No shot. Wait, there's no shot we have undo paid ability. That's unheard of. Like, I don't know how they win if they're gonna put all their ice on R&D. Like, do they have nano management? Like, now they might as well trash the Mersha so we don't, like, yeah, it costs us a bit more. Now we can Into the Depths it. We have nothing to install from our deck, but that doesn't stop us from doing it. And we get 4 credits, and we charge the Devadatta. The Devadatta charge is pretty good. Yeah, I guess we might as well. This is why Elio is so toxic. Yeah, but like, I have never seen this happen. And for what it's worth, we should just like play Pinel and camp the remote server, and unfortunately they'll win on time. But I don't think this is represented in most Elio games. If you install 4 more ice on a server, Jaina should time out from queue you out for an hour. Hey there, friend. Looks like you're trying to put 4 ice on a server. Have you considered the ramifications? For what it's worth, it's Mersha's fault. All right, 4 credits. Charge a card. We can install a program, but it will get us over MU. And in fact, all we have is SMCs left, so we're not gonna. Devadatta first, Pretty Mary. We're gonna see no agendas. Yeah, Brawn, Flyswatter, Predictive Planogram. Like, what the fuck? Their hand is MIC, Seamless, 11 cards, no agendas. I mean, this is sometimes how it be. Why are you bad at Netrunner? So you see, when you peak in 2016, that was a long time ago. You need to pick between forcing the remote or R&D centrals. Yeah, okay, so we just get to do this thing, which is kind of cool. Genuinely kind of cool. And now we don't run R&D for a bit. All right. We can run HQ for singles. We know that they just drew a Brawn. There's 1 unknown card in their hand. I can love Elio, by the way. I don't think you do. We have 22 cards left. We don't have much to do. We're going to cycle strike funds. So I guess we just sure gamble. We don't have much to do here. We could run for singles. I just think we know the whole hand. So we might as well just click for 4. Oh, we shouldn't play the strike fund. We'll wait on their turn. Can they make enough money to lock us out? It's like if an Anoetic gets on a remote server, they don't even have the credits. So now they also have a Fly Swatter. Top of the deck is a Planogram. If they play it to draw 3, the whole game falls apart because we have no idea where the agendas are anymore. But there's 5 agendas and 22 cards is my read. Maybe they have 1 in hand. Okay, they're building a server. That's probably the MIC. We got to do this thing, which is genuinely really cool. Have to make sure we hit these in the right order. Okay, the jailbreak is good. This could be the Boomy. We need to force the Boomy out before we jailbreak. But we know the top card of the deck, so there's nothing we have to do here. I think we just click. We install the Simul chip to recharge the Devadatta, click 3. Like, I don't think we have anything to do. We lost our propeller, which like, that's the worst. Oh, double jailbreak. Even if all 5 remaining are NRD, running for 3 is only 50-50 at this point. Don't draw cards. I swear to God, if you draw cards, the whole game falls apart. Yeah, the game 3 is sick. I think there's 1 in hand. I don't know. It'd have to be a big one, but they have seamless. But we know like everything. They literally have nothing in their hand to jam. So if they jam, it's like super sus. So now the top of the deck is clean. Wait, what? Did they draw? I guess they drew at some point? How did they get the Aniccam? Oh no, yeah, it's clean. It's clean. All right, I think we jailbreak. If they pop it, we jailbreak again, we win. We could have Audrey'd there, no cares in the world. This will eat an expensive Biroid. And by expensive, I mean 3 credits. Yeah, that's fine. We just have to make sure that we don't overextend. I don't think I'm a resilient enough player to deal with this. Well, like, I get to hang out with friends on the internet to do it. If I was playing solo on a Thursday night, I could see, like, wanting to walk away. You have DZM, you can sell Cole without going over MU. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, Audrey's 2 MU, so we're at full MU. How's it going, by the way, Quail? We have to not overextend, he says. Overextending. Yeah, you shut up. No, we got all this money. What are you talking about? You need to break the ice? Oh, yeah, fine. Meet your window, right? I mean, I'm going to lock the top of the deck so good. How much could this possibly cost us? All right, now with the overclock, we're golden. This cost us 10 to run. 70% chance we rip it, but what's the chance we win in a single run? I wonder if we just let the... Oh, no, because it trashes the drones. No, we can't do that. Kind of like the Mitra window, to be honest. It makes things like Ari window a lot harder to goof up. For sure, but like... The cost of adding... Yeah, we're definitely overextending. The cost of adding that to everything, every single run, is so expensive, if you ask me. Jailbreak, Deva, Pretty Mary, yeah. Wow, a cheap border control. Makes it via mail a lot longer. Are we allowed to concede this? Like, out of... I'll feel better when we walk away from this, having not lost, but having walked away. It's not like we started the turn with 27 credits. I mean, they could do install advance, and I think we don't lose to it. Maybe they don't have an agenda. Maybe they don't have one. Jokes on them, we have an Audrey counter. Free credit econ card. Free credit econ card. Once the drones are empty. Ritual's fine. It's ritual. Ear would do things in the matchup as downright tragedy. Yeah, Ear would be good. Most popular HB identity, by the way. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Oh my god. Fuck, I'm out. That's the boomy. I'm done. I can't do this. They took 2 credits and put the boomy on R&D, so we have to do this again. So we should never run R&D again, which means we have to wait for them to naturally draw agendas. As soon as they draw agendas, they go on the remote server, and then we have to wait for them to draw 3 agendas, put them in the remote server, and lose all of them. I think I'm out. Throw the old rifle into the cornfield on this one. Good game. No shot. No shot. Thanks for the game. You don't have points in hand, right? Right? Like, we have to wait for them to draw 3 more cards, then draw a 4th card. They don't have an agenda in hand. They have a tranquility. So we knew everything in hand besides a tranquility. Okay, great. Shaper isn't the remote lock faction. I could see it makes sense. Yeah, I just don't want to do it. It's going to take another hour. And then we have to keep running through the double bronze server until we run out of gas. Yeah, I saw a lot of cards. It's not that we do credit for 4 more turns. Like we have cool tricks, like we have Audrey tricks. But yeah, like for the next couple turns, we do nothing. And then we just wait for them. Yeah. But yeah, 15 accesses isn't enough. Against this deck, it's not. Right? Like this deck, you need about 20 unique accesses to have a 50% chance. I need to check the numbers, but I think it's about 20. Rifle into the cornfield is a funny one. I never heard that one. It is a direct translation from Slovenian. I don't know if other Slavic languages do it, but it is like a literal translation of a Slovenian proverb or expression of the soldier just giving up the war. 5 agendas in R&D, the odds were about 60 to find one in each of your dives. Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, but we need about 20 accesses, I think, to get 50% chance. So imagine if HB actually had 5 3s. You should get rid of 5 3s. The game's only 4 2s. Ban seamless. It'll be fine. Hey, you too. Hey, cheers. Imagine we had GFI. Yeah. It doesn't change that much in this matchup. If you're running a lot of 3-pointers, GFI doesn't matter that much. Like, GFI is weird. It has this weird scaling where if you play with only 5 3s, unless you're like a 40 card minimum deck, it doesn't have the biggest impact. It still has a big impact, but not the biggest impact. All right. The deck is cool. Not having a strong win condition is going to hurt against that, but this deck is actually really quite cool. Tuno is very clear also in the write-up that there might be like better versions of this. Also, like, mind you, you can play this in Anarch and it's really quite cool. But it's neat. It's a really cool engine. Like the buffer drive Aniccam engine with Audrey, whatever faction you put in, kind of rips. And then, of course, if you're playing Anarch, you also have Lagu and you have Price and you have all these other weird ways to fire it, which is kind of cool. Hey, Prof Wacko. Were you doing... Did I hear you do commentary on the... We never really talked about it, but the end of the Tiebreakers versus Chinese Netrunner community? That was a really good series. Shout out to everyone for putting that together. That was like pretty dope. Show us your Jnet Wrapped. Yeah. Okay, so we have this. So this link will be shared below. Lucy made this, and you can get to it by going to jnet-stats.nro.run. And so what you can do is if you follow this instructions, you can get your data from Jnet, and you can drop the file in here and it'll give you information. What Lucy was kind enough to give me is access to a longer part of my history. So instead of grabbing the last 100 games or whatever it is, it grabbed like the last 5,000 games, or I don't know what the number is, but it grabbed way more games than that. So you're going to see it go all the way back to like many rotations ago, like deep into the FFG cards. So I can drag my file here and we can look through the data, and it's really quite cool. Give me 1 second to grab it. I grabbed it already. It's in my downloads folder. All right, check this out. I don't know where to put my face. So this is all the way back from March 2020. So my data goes pretty far back, and this is the amount of games that I've played. Most of my Jnet is played on the channel, either streams. Oh, you can see in the middle of December to January where we're going holidays. That comes in there. Can you give me the URL one more time? Yeah, let me just post it in chat. I think that makes the most sense. jnets-stats.nro.run. I did it last week. Yeah, that was really good at commentary. Wacko, I enjoyed it. Your data might go further. March 2020 is when Jnet started tracking stats. Oh, wild. Okay. So yeah, you can see the amount of games I played. It definitely got a fair bit bigger. I think around here, you see this big jump down from May to June. This is where I started a full-time job and we don't stream anywhere near as much. That's the biggest damage to my amount of games played on Jnet, unfortunately. And then there's some big numbers here, like back in July where we did a lot of streams. When did the last set come out? It was probably back here is my guess, in March. No, this is 2021. What I'm talking about, it would be this year. So it'd be around April, May, I think. So that's when the new set came out. So there's a big jump up from the quiet month before. Win-loss differential. I'll be honest, I don't know how to read this. Line goes up though, so I'm probably winning. I don't know how to read this chart if someone knows. Green means good, means on average we win more than we lose. My win rate, mind you, on Jnet, I play a lot of decklists a week, a lot of things that I don't choose to play. It just happens. So my win rate is not like my competitive win rate, but it is very cool to look at. Filter standard click elevation, but it was April 24th. Very, very cool. Rolling win rate. This is me. At some point we went sub 50. That's on the day? No, there's no shot my average win rate went sub 50 in 2023. That makes no sense. Lucy, make this make sense for my pride. My general Jnet win rate is about, I think, high 60s, low 70s is my guess. Jnet tells you that. Win-loss differential shows how many more games you win than you lose. For a newer player, shows a really nice curve. I'll send you a screenshot. Oh, while they improve. You see, I don't improve. I'm just a line. I'm just as good as and bad as I was back then. My Jnet win rate is terrible. That's okay. That's where you're meant to, like, I think losing games, you learn a lot more a lot of the times. Turn your window size up to like 200 and it'll smooth that dip out. Wait, this? Okay, wait, hold on. Window game size 200. What does this chart mean? 500. Eventually it becomes a line. 7. I can't get rid of the 1. 700. Oh, I see why. It's just a flat line. Okay, so we're pretty zoomed in there. Oh my God, I loaded my profile today and my stats are like a newly developing baby giraffes. Congratulations on walking and all that. I also play janky stuff all the time. Like, picture the inverse of your rolling win rate, only red. I mean, it's a journey. That's how my win rate starts for sure. Look at this big old dip when I won every single game on my first day of the data being tracked. I don't know exactly what this means, but this is cool. And I have a lot of data collected. This is a cool chart. This is really cool. So unique accesses, runner only view of how many different cards you've accessed for each result. So in theory, you're meant to access around 16 to 17 cards. That's the number we've said. That actually lines up perfectly. It looks like, is that perfect? How am I meant to read this? Why am I very bad at reading graphs really quickly? So this is the amount of games we played, and this is the runner's unique accesses. I'm the runner. This is only in 256 games because they only started tracking this somewhat recently. And so you can see in how many accesses we have run. Yeah, this is really cool. The line dip is because there was a set of 100 games where you lost more than 50 of them. Jumping up to 200 smooths it out. Oh, so it's in that 100 section. Okay, the overall win rate. Worth noting that every time you access a non-random card, that 16 accesses count would fail. Yes. Wait, what? I'm not sure I know what that means. What does that mean, Lucy? But you do see like some basic trends here about how many kind of accesses on average games are taking. It's usually in this 12 to 17 pocket. Hey Fenders, how's it going? It seemed like the wrapped trend is reaching everywhere. Friend even told me that their bank app has a wrapped now. Whoa. Well, for what it's worth, I like data a lot. On the other channel where I play Marvel Champions, I recently went through the stats of my first 1,000 games, and man, is that just so much fun. Also, you've got better than slot machine. So you get better than slot machine access. It's 16 pure random Mercury style slot machine access to win. If you're deep diving, cataloging, or running remotes, that will be lower. Oh yeah, sure. That's just like 17 cards on top of R&D naively with no like concern for the game, let alone like strategy. Yeah. I see those 29 and 30 access losses. I mean, we were getting there tonight and then we kind of rage quit. So I was shocked that the chart says most of my games are sub 10 accesses. Hey, Wenjong. And then I remember that's how shapers and deep dive work. Oh yeah, you probably have a lot of deep dive data. I don't play a lot of deep dive. 4 accesses, never. 3 accesses, sometimes. This is wild. All right, this is cool. This is the identity performance overview over thousands of games, over 2,000 games. It looks like no, over 1,500 games. Final data. This is as long as Jnet has been tracking, from my understanding. So my overall win rate on Jnet is 62. Corp win rate and runner overall are 63, coming together to make a lower number. That doesn't seem intuitive to me, but it could happen. Could just be like some rounding stuff. And then you get to see different win rates. Now you're going to see a lot of weird identities here that are not tournament standard legal. Like right now, the jump out of personal evolution at 70% is just really funny. Built to last, 73% win rate. I don't fully get that. PD actually not good, which I'm very surprised by. I think I play PD really well. Reality Plus, not great data on either side. And then what are the other things that jump out, right? Like the outfit, somehow very strong win rate. This is above my average win rate. Atea, I don't know what's going on here. 409, that's pretty good. These are by alphabetical, I think. No, they're not by alphabetical. These are about the amount of games I played. So the most played identity I have on Jnet is op. The heck? I've played more op games. I played so many Hoshiko games on Jnet. I don't remember playing that many Hoshiko games on Jnet. And then it goes to Ace of PE as, I mean, that's such a cool descent. And then a lot of Arisana games. I'm really surprised here. 51% PD rate doesn't seem great. Thereby sample size. Yeah. So this is about the amount I played. I play not that much, but more Corp than Runner. The outfit was really strong during high profile target times, I think, wasn't it? I don't remember the outfit. Like, there were metas where the outfit is something you played around, but it was never like the top deck in the format. But for me, that's perfect. I like playing weird decks that have multiple like win cons, and I generally like playing Wayland. So I'm not surprised, but also I am surprised. You play a lot of deck list a week. That's a lot of op at Hosh. So how's it going? I feel like the deck list a week is pretty negative towards Hoshiko, but op, yeah. I do think there's a fair bit of op there. There's also just so many decks that op can and has classically, like just different archetypes. It's so easy to build a new op deck to be like, you haven't seen this combo before, which I think does really well for like a content creator. Pudma win rate, killing it, less than my average. Nuvum is so bad, but I have no doubt if you look at this data, there was like my Nuvum win rate before elevation and then my Nuvum rate after Jai came out. Because I think my Nuvum win rate was so bad before earlier this year, and then mid this year started to get pretty good. It was hugely Hosh heavy a while back. Yeah, maybe. Seb win rate's not bad. I like that, but not a lot of data. My Asmari win rate, that's everyone's Asmari win rate. Cabo's doing good. This max win rate, let alone max numbers, it was the tail end of max, so I'm not super surprised. A lot of these are some of my favorite identities. They have tiny numbers like Argu and Max. Los and Thunderbolt are two of my only identities that have sub 50% win rates. That is telling. That is really, really telling. Super unfortunate. Bangoon's holding on there. I think they're the only IDs I have besides Apex. Oh, you poor pile of spaghetti. What are you doing down there with your generous 21% win rate? Runner win rate 33% versus Corp win rate 76. I need to practice my runner side. Lamau. Oh my God. Declan, that is, I've never heard of a player with that big of a differential. That's fascinating. Go up to your win differential chart. Wait, what do I do about that? How do I do that? Top right, set your filter to Nuvang and scroll up to win-loss differential. I'll give you a better view of performance identity over the time and how it's changed. Okay, wait, how do I do this? Scroll. What do you mean scroll up to? Okay. No, I don't know how to do that. You're talking to like an old man using a computer at this point. I'm not even going to pretend that's not the case. See, Synapse for viewing doesn't help to tend to use Jnet to try terrible IDs to make them work. Yeah, are you still on the Synapse journey? Set your filter to Nuvang. I don't know how to do that. I figured it out. Oh, so we can see the rolling win rate over time? Oh, yeah. This is exactly it. So this is in 2025. I'm assuming early 2025. Week 10, and then this is where it started to get good. Yeah. This is me playing Nuvang when it came out and like absolutely hating it. And then this is like, oh yeah, the clawback. Yeah, very, very, very cool. This is not surprising because just about here, Elevation came out and then Jai started playing a cool deck. I was on the Blade Catboy journey today and turns out I hate it. It's weird. It's definitely a weird deck. Very cool shout out. That's a good button. What else do we have to see here? Oh my God, Apex. Freedom. I was never that good at Freedom. That makes sense. But some of these are old IDs you probably have never played, and we don't have a lot of games into them because they weren't around for very long when this data is collected. Totally Neutral Ampere. Architects of Tomorrow. I have a 43% Geist win rate. That is like my favorite ID in the whole game. There's no way that data actually matters to me. Null, fine. I have played only 4 Phoenix games and 5 Topon games since Elevation has come out. I do think that tells you a bit about these two IDs, but that's rough. Syndicate is just teaching games. That's not a real data point. And then we're coming down to the bottom of the barrel. Nebula, I've only played 2 games? No shot. We're going to change that tonight. I've played 2 games of Nebula? This is so wild. What you can tell that I enjoy and don't enjoy from the new set, right? Like, admittedly, they will have smaller numbers because they haven't been out for that long. But I've played 2 Nebula games online. I've played so little Topan, so little Phoenix online. Like, that's a bummer. Awakened Dreamer, it even keeps like the cool IDs from April Fools. Wait, that's awesome. That's really, really sick. And then there's a bunch that I haven't played. Titan Transnational, undefeated. The Shadow, undefeated. Have you literally never played Quetzal? No, I played Quetzal a fair bit. There's even footage of me playing Quetzal in person on the channel. I just had not played Quetzal at the point that this was collecting data. But I probably have a couple Quetzal games. Right? Yeah, I have like 10 Quetzal games. I like Quetzal. 100% CTM? The new redemption arc is real. I think the biggest thing this is showing me is how little I play online. I play more online than in person as of recent. Is there any way to combine a few different results to sets from different usernames? I don't know what you're cooking, but I don't think you can sort by usernames. No, there's no, you can set by faction, which is cool. You download them and all upload them at the same time. Oh, you can drop multi-JSONs into the collection box to merge your Smurfs together. Oh, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I guess you could do that. That's sick. Yeah, okay. Opponent performance. This is also neat. So this is my win rate into my opponents playing these identities. So you can see which identities I'm good against and which identities I struggle with, totally irregardless about what faction I'm playing. So for instance, I'm winning more than often, slightly more than enough into PD. That win rate is pretty low. And like Op and Hoshiko, that's above 50%. You see them a lot. That's pretty good. And these win rates should be the inverse of our Runner and Corp win rate. So that's not like anything new. I want to see what I struggle against. Reality Plus I struggle against, not surprising. I think that is probably lower than the average Reality Plus win rate. So good to me to be a statistic. I don't lose to Built to Last, and I win often as Built to Last, which is weird. Restoring Humanity, I have a huge win rate into. Dow, I mean, okay. And then I want to see the numbers get weird. I lose to Az more often than not. I lose to CTM a lot, it seems like. I never was that good at playing at CTM, let alone against CTM. I got there eventually, but it was always a pain. This is Mercury. I more often than not lose to Mercury. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's Mercury. Sometimes you don't have a lot of control into that matchup. I feels like I'm losing to Day Weeks. That's sick. Shout out to all the Day Week players. Shout out to Laura. Not a lot of data here getting at this point, but that's really, really cool. I wonder if I ever lose to Apex. I might have never lost to Apex on this channel. Oh no, I've lost once to Apex. Very cool. Epiphany, also like, this is wild too. This is how few Epiphany games we've played against. It won Worlds, and with all the data I have collected on Jnet, I've only played 5 Epiphany games. Like, what the heck is that? How much of the Mercury record is getting knifed? I would guess very little. I don't think Mercury makes a lot of sense with knife. Like Mercury's ability is just a nombo with knife that I'm assuming I'm getting knifed. It's from Sable or maybe Moosely Hot, but probably Sable. I don't know why you'd put knives in Merc besides the name being Merc. Very cool. Shout out to Lucy for putting this together. Again, you can get the link. You can dump your stats into it. This goes back further than I think that you normally get to. I think Lucy was just worried that if everyone bombarded Jnet to get like this many stats, it might be a problem. So respect to that. A bit of streamer privilege there, but really, really cool. I think these stats are absolutely fantastic. And you can dig pretty deep into them if you want. Is there any other ID that I think would have an interesting journey on win rate? No, I was thinking about like cards like a banned out that really destroy an ID, but it's not like I have enough Phoenix data to figure that out. So you wouldn't have to wait around for it. Oh, it would just take longer. Oh, everyone gets as far back I can go. I'll give you a link that does the download faster. Oh, thank you, Lucy. That makes more sense. So you can get your full data. It's just the one that I got downloads faster. That's why. So that, yeah, I don't have to wait for too long. And otherwise, if everyone does that, Jnet gets hammered, yeah. The only good Epiphany deck out there is Acid Spam, and that's not really your jam. I think that makes sense. But it's more so, Eric, that I haven't played against Epiphany, right? Like I've only played against 5 Epiphany players. It's not that I haven't played Epiphany. I've probably played more Epiphany than against Epiphany. I actually really enjoyed playing Epiphany, especially back when we had, well, I hit a button and that did that to the camera. Okay. I enjoyed playing Epiphany when we had like ways to install agendas from archives. But yeah, I played 26 Epiphany games. That's 5 times as many as I played against. Sorry, I'm covering the data. Watching this today has made me realize I need to do a filter so you can say, show me my stats for my games against LEO and see how bad the Axis slot machine is. Just jump scare Andre. Yeah, I hit E, I think, which is like fits the screen. Yeah, seeing the slot machine axes against LEO would be pretty cool. I imagine that one's one of the frustrating ones. I'd also love to see the slot machine axis against any of the 44 card minimums to see, especially the Glacier ones. Very cool, Lucy. I have no doubt people will want to check this out. Hit up Lucy with some thanks if you can find her online. This is really cool. Good old Awakened Dreamer. This is sick. It's also just really nice to go back and see like, oh yeah, Sunny, my 6 Sunny win rate. Only 9 games, but again, the data was starting to be collected at a point where like Sunny wasn't really played anymore. All right, it is 10:40. We talked about some news earlier today with the new printing arrangements. Jump back to earlier in the stream was like the first thing we talked about. I think this is super important for those who are not clued in. There's now a new printer, a new I think technically a new distributor, but at least a new printer. So now it's gonna be a lot easier for an NSG to make more cards at scale from the way I see it. And that's really, really important because the stores, again, from what I understand, I'm not part of NSG, haven't been restocking product because they're waiting for this new thing to go through. So they don't have to like order so much more stuff from NPC and then be married to that relationship, which didn't seem to be working out. So this is good. This is really, really good. Shout out to NSG. That's a lot of work. All right, I want to play some Nebula today because we've only played like 2 Nebula games online. Matt Cariel posted this list. I got really, I want to say like salty in a really embarrassing way, potentially. I wasn't super salty. I was just like frustrated. That's how it is with Nebula. Playing against Fast Advance Nebula, which like, I want to be very clear if I ever get annoyed. It's not at a person, it's at the game of Netrunner. I know that's sometimes like a pretty opaque difference. Sometimes it feels bad, so I need to be a bit careful. But if I get frustrated, it's not you. You're playing the deck the way that the cards are meant to be played. Like, it's totally fine. So this is just like straight FA Ice Up Central's Nebula. It's on a single Funhouse. I actually really like Funhouse. I don't think anyone deals with it well in the modern meta. It has IP enforcement, and then we're just playing the good old nano management. You can score out a 4-2 from hand, like Off-World Office, and that seems really, really strong. When you end up paying, what is it? No credits to score out a 4-2 from hand, like kind of weird. Then we also have Oppo Research, which is a bit of a surprise, and our tag punishment is entirely IP enforcement, which we actually can score out a 3-2 from the threat area, or even we can score out a freedom of information sometimes from a threat area, or sorry, their score area, and we're on 2 beholds. I think I'm not going to love this, but I think it's going to show us the weakness of this. I think if we play into like run-based criminal, that may be an issue. I think into run-based criminal, like things like Funhouse is really good. I think more people playing Iru kind of stinks against us, but that's doesn't flip our identity at a minimum. And then the ice, I'm not sure what we're meant to do with it. This one's on F2P. I kind of feel like I like Doom Scroll a fair bit. It's not perfect. F2P, you can always break unless they go tag me, which maybe that's a reason. Endpot's good, Messney's good, Ping is good. I don't know if this has enough ice for me to be happy about it, but slots are always really hard. This deck also has Greasing the Palm. It doesn't have Sudden Commandment, but Greasing the Palm is also like soft tag punishment. Chisel Charm is the best solution to Funhouse. Yeah, that is one of the better solutions to Funhouse for sure. Or if you're playing like, your tag-based Seb, sometimes this is not the biggest issue. We'll find out. For what it's worth, NSG did seem to make it clear in the article, it wasn't that NPC wasn't great, just NSG outgrew them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to besmirch NPC, but like NPC is not made for the scale NSG is doing. NPC is meant to be for like indie projects and getting your proxies printed for Magic or your alt arts so you can bring them to Worlds or whatever. It's not, I don't think any major card game company uses NPC. Let's give this a shot. This is the best solution to Funhouse? Yeah, but no one's playing it. Like the Shaper decks don't play it. Maybe Arsana does, but it's like we're in the least Fizzerum meta I have remembered for a moment, and I'm going to take that well. F2P is very funny when you install Cole and run. They just return it to your hand. Is that bad? Let's give this a shot. I do think good Central's pressure will just like make us fold. That's my read. I still think like Nebula is incredibly frustrating, just how much it asks of you over and over again without giving you that much to deal with. But if you get like down 2 Coalescences, or sorry, 2 Chesvas, sometimes that math just doesn't make sense for the corporation. See if you can add the ability to filter for opponent/side/faction identity before the end of the stream. I mean, it's like 3 a.m, Lucy. If you can get it done, that's like, you don't have to feel like you need to get done by the end of the stream is all I'm saying. My stomach hasn't fallen apart further. I think that's huge. It's good for the runners, the case what I mean. I hear you. I don't know if it's that good though, because they still like end up taking a tag and they have to clear the tag, and installing a Coalescence is like what? Usually at worst to click for 3. Maybe? I don't know. I'm having a COPD exacerbation this week. My sleep schedule is all kinds of gone. This is minimal impact. This is minimal impact is like such good office lingo to express that idea. That's really good. Thank you, Lucy. This thing taught me I have work to do, namely play more Jnet in general. Okay, 2 things I'll say. Firstly, those who play a lot of Jnet are the players that get better. It is the easiest way, is you get better by playing. That being said, you need to play Jnet with an open mind to learn things. Watching replays of what you think are better players also helps a heck of a lot. But you want to make sure that you're playing well, but also don't make, at no point in time, think you know everything. I have seen players grind Jnet to no results because they don't think there's anything to learn. So yeah, looking at the stats might tell you that there's something to learn. Ideal cases are Asana running to F2P, RE install into forced bounce. Cole's click for 2, then you run ping 2. Yeah, but that's not great. That's like doing nothing. I guess you deal with the ice. So far to my knowledge, a record is not again on like 8,000 games since stats started being recorded. Holy crap. I don't think I'm a Jnet grinder. I want to be very clear. I'm part of a testing group. Those folks put in like so many more games than I do. They're also much better at Netrunner than I am, and I hope that's obvious why. But like the amount of games that like Analyze Chris, and if you haven't heard Analyze Chris on what's called the King's Court in the last episode, yeah, that dude grinds. Like there's a huge difference there. All the players that I have huge respect for, they grind. They play games all the time. 8,000 games. Wow, that's wild. It's really, really wild. 13 games online. Nobody wants to play against Nebula. What's going on? I need to get that game, that sample size over 2. I don't even know if I play Nebula in person. Hey, Gyro. Oh, Gyro likes cheating through ice. Gyro might play for Serum. Hey. Gyro often plays like Arasana Slap Vandal. That might be an issue for us. That might be hard to keep out. Yeah, I think that's what this is. Okay, this hand is butt. It's bad. I don't know if I like these freedom of informations. Like, I don't know what else you play in the slot. Like, some people play Remastered Edition, which that makes a lot of sense to me because you can still nano management out. I think we want at least 1 ice. Oh, very cool. Cool. Okay, this hand is worse. Yeah, I don't know. If this was a Doom Scroll, I'd feel a lot better about it. But we don't have a flip. Oh, God, this is so bad. This is really bad. The flip doesn't do much. I think we do F2P HQ credit. We could lose, probably not on turn 1. Oh, this is awful. Muse Cole, interesting. Rejig, Cole to hand, Aniccam on the table. So Arson Aniccam, you don't always see that. You often think Lily Pad. This won't... Oh, no, it does trigger because the Aniccam came off the rejig install. Does your Jnet Premium Shuffle subscription expire? I mean, I hope not. Oh, shit was expensive. All right, non-equivalent. Can we give 2 credits? Why not? We can't really do anything, so this will force aggression. So we can probably plan our turn out better. We can do draw first. Non-equivalent. Yeah. And then we'll just put this on R&D. We're assuming we're going to get aggressed on. They can break this for 2 credits. Oh no, play cool. I am cool. This is cool. Like, I don't think we do anything next turn. It's not like we score these out. Like, I don't want to play nano management. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it do be like that. Oh boy. I think we waited long enough for a window. I should have been more clear. I don't think it's a reason in the modern meta to pre-install Arasana, really. I know I should be... Oh, no, there technically is with Pichichon. I should be playing more Jnet, but I'm a filthy casual, and I'm afraid that bringing my BS to Jnet will be fun for nobody involved. That's definitely not true. If you're really specific or like really concerned about it, you can always say like casual and have people like just label your lobbies as like casual play. Like that's totally fine. So if they put these on R&D, they can probably steal them because F2P doesn't end the run. We're going to trash the Slap Vandal. Actually, it's probably not worth it. I think we just want to keep it busy here. Unless he installs a thing. Easier to play cool in Jnet, of course, because you don't sweat it. Freedom goes to the top. All right. Tomorrow's goes to the top. So we're drawing garbage. Just garbage. I don't think I like this deck at all. I don't know. Maybe we should have kept that hand, but all of this seems kind of rough. Yeah, of course. Like maybe Oppo turns the game around enough that we can grab our agendas back. Because in Meet Your Window, there's no longer a need to wait to res. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right, London. How's it going, by the way? Yeah, maybe if they don't do it in that window, they've consented to the res. Let's play like that until someone gets upset at us. They probably shouldn't. So with 3 credits, they can run R&D. The top card is the headline, though, so they'll get a tag. Then if they shake the tag, they're on 1 credit, and we draw the top agenda, which is a 3-2. We always get nano management something out for 7 credits. Technically for 6 credits. It's really funny to use nano management to flip your ID. Spec work, they're back in. Are something they've already used once per turn. So they might not face check creative. They're on 10 credits. We draw an agenda. Okay. So we could draw once. F2P is 3 credits for a single axis. I don't know if they're going to have HQ pressure besides burner. So I think we want to get this off the top of the deck. We're going to put a ping on HQ. I think we're eventually going to have to do that. We might just draw for an operation. Not that one. And we'll try this. We could trash this, but I think this deck has 3 simul chips and 3 everythings. Maybe we should trash this just so that they can't set up a vernissage. But yeah, any turn we don't flip feels bad. That's like the weird thing about Nebula is like the games where it's not exciting, it draws bad. And this is entirely because our strategy involves not building a remote server. It's kind of on us. But like if we draw another agenda here, we're in a really bad spot. They know we have 4 points in hand too, so the pressure should be here. This is cool though, positioning. This ping tag makes the text on F2P a bit more relevant. As much as adding an installed card will not stop the run. That much of poison vial? Okay. So they're going to have a tag here. I don't think it matters. Might be. The single tag actually doesn't matter in this matchup. We have no single tag punishment besides predicted planogram. But yeah, this is the sort of deck we think it is. I don't know what the win condition is, so they're just taking credit. I mean, win in Rome, but like, I don't know what we do besides put this in R&D, click for credits. If they steal an agenda turns on Oppo, we're happy about that. Because even just giving them flipping for 1 credit, giving them 2 tags seems okay. Ping does extra work onto F2B on the first turn. Yeah, it's not that bad. The issue is like we don't have a lot of ice, so eventually we won't be able to trash this. Like the deck only has 5 more pieces of ice and 39 cards, I think. But yeah, the ping into the F2P is really cool. Let alone if they run like and take the ping tag and the tomorrow's headline tag, like maybe there's something there. Spec work at the coal, 11 credits. They're already halfway through their deck. We'll just res. Lol. Yeah. Yeah, that could be bad sometimes. So second slap handle? Oh, botchless, right? Yeah, this deck's on botchless slap handle. It has no breakers, I don't think. So this card's technically dead. So now they just do slap handle poison vial and they see a single. Freedom. Okay. So we can do a little oppo here. I don't feel like we have a lot of control over the game. I think I'm going to hate this. I think this idea is definitely not for me because I don't think at any point in time we're going to have a lot of control over this game. We'll try and keep in mind what our like different paths are. So small oppo is totally fine here. They have to steal 4 agendas, mind you. So we'll have at least 2 more oppo windows unless they like do a lot. Double poison vial. Okay, that's fine. It's just a soft econ card. And then they'll simul chip a coalescence, so they're on 8. No matter what, I think we're going to do the oppo just to fork them. It's a shame they stole this agenda because it's the one agenda we can maybe do something with oppo, but they probably just clear the tags. At least then we can flip. And then maybe we can nano and off-world, which like doesn't do anything besides gives us points, which it's not my favorite. But yeah, we have exactly 8 credits. Technically, we only need 7 to do nano management to off-world next turn. No, we need 8. Sorry, it's nano to 4 advances. So it costs us 1 credit. We go down to 7. So here we're flipped. They know we have a tomorrow's headline. We don't have a petty cash. So there's not that many other cards that can let us score from hand here. We could be spending influence, 1 influence on like, and that's why like nano management doesn't. I mean, okay. I don't think there's anything we can do. Is it the second burner? This flips us. Okay, we get to keep our, we see 6 points in hand. We get to keep our nano management and we flip. I mean, this is fine. Oh god, what is Nebula? What does it do? Anything to avoid stealing points? Tell me about it. Here they're trying to bottom our like win condition or fast advance, but like just running like does it. So they put headline on top, off-rolled on top, off-rolled's underneath. So they in theory could run R&D. The F2P is like, maybe we bounce an Aniccam. Maybe they just let us top deck it. We could spend 7, technically 6 to score out the headline. This is so... Okay. All right. So they have to do something from hand and use a poison vial, which means add an installed card to hand. Okay. So they're going to get another tag off of this, right? Unfortunately, we have no tag punishment and no money. Eventually they can grind into this to reset all their viruses. But yeah, I would really rather have this to be a doom scroll. This being an F2P doesn't really help us. So third tag, we'll return the Aniccam, I guess. Everything else kind of helps them. And now they're 3 tags in, and there'll be 4 tags in. If we had the freedom here, it would actually be pretty sick, but they did hit that. So the next card is useless. We can do draw once for Planogram, I guess. They also know that the winning points are all in hand. This server doesn't stop. Like they can run and get the next 2 pointers, and I think they should do it. Like we have to return the breakers to hand. Maybe that matters in terms of money, but like reinstalling these isn't super expensive. Resetting the poison vials kind of helps them. Like they should just send it through here. I really think they should be doom scrolls. Maybe the 5-string sentry part actually matters. Yeah, I like this play. So they're on game point. All of these suck. All of these are really bad. I guess poison vial is the first bounce. Oh, sorry. Fire. And then I think we return the Botulus. I can't tell which Botulus. I think we return this Botulus. So they at least have to reinstall it? Maybe that's wrong. Oh, it's bad. Yeah, I goofed the click. So we're drawing into an unknown card. That's kind of nice. They know we've embedded in hand, so if we don't fill our hand, they can just run HQ a bunch. The ping they have to just break, so they can put a Botulus on it, break it at least once. I don't think we play this. I don't think flipping actually matters. That's a good card. Has subroutines. Predicted IP enforcement. Even if we do that though, like we can't score the agenda. We just put it on the table. And now they don't have to do anything because like we need to score 4 agendas from hand. They could consider clearing the tags slowly. If we do top deck one of our 2 copies of IP enforcement, like maybe that's a game plan. Like we can IP enforcement the freedom. I guess that's kind of cool. Yeah, you can score the freedom. Yeah, freedom's the one we can take. That actually will swing the game. So we have to draw good here. I will non-equivalent and not give them money because if they clear tags, we don't got anything going for us. They know it's a 1 in 5 on HQ. We probably, they might be on the 3rd burner. I know Gyro loves burner. All right, 40% of the time, we lose. How often are we going to install this Aniccam over and over again? Excuse me. That's my bad. They can break it. Yeah, they were going to break that with poison. Oh, okay. Cool, cool. Okay. 40% of the time. Petty cash, non-equivalent. We're good. 7 tags. Credit YDL and getting this embedded out is something. However, we can lose to R&D. There's 6 agendas in 34. We win these. We could win these. We're flipped. Burner putting on top of R&D, we lose. We need to get it out of hand. So we need to draw and throw out the petty cash. So we order a lot there. Yeah, we want to throw out the petty cash so that we can play it from our bin. We could win this. We need to get them embedded out of hand and then like hope that they don't keep tanking R&D. They every turn for 1 credit can go for a 1 in 5. Not the worst odds. Yeah, I think we need to draw an IP enforcement to have a chance. I have the filtering working and I'm now tying the UI. Look at you, that's sick. I need to try and think what like ID is the bane of my existence and see how our games are against that. Okay, Poison Vial's back, 4 counters, draws a card with Aniccam. Do they make their 1 run on HQ to go for the 1 in 5? We no longer lose to Burner here because they only have 1 click. But if he's on a 3rd burner, we lose 60% of the time. If we can get this out of hand, and like just running to make us flip helps. Like sometimes when we're on this few points, you don't care because what are we going to do? Spend our whole turn to get 2 points? But it turns out that's important. So if we don't have an ID text, okay, Salmo chip. So we have ID text because they decided not to run. Drew 2nd embedded. Well, they don't know that we have 2 of them. We could ice up. Doesn't really matter because the botulus is, so we have to get 1 out of the hand. We'll say we get the new 1 out of hand. There's nothing that stops us, so we are still flipped. For 6 credits, we're short of nano managing out the other one, but they might think we cleared their hand. If they don't and then still send it HQ with a burner, we still lose 60% of the time. Yeah, but they do a more advanced query like show me the games against PD, R+, RH, and BTL per your request. Oh, that's sick. So like you can actually pull up a matrix, build your your matchup matrix. Now he's on 1 credit, but you can always Salmo chip back for a coalescence, so it's more than we think. Okay, rejig. So that's just 4 credits on a card draw. Pretty good. There's nothing we can top deck with. I guess actually no, we could draw greasing. It's a 1 in 32, but the best top deck here is still like IP. Okay, we lose 60% of the time into this thing. They're on 3 burner. Yeah. We could have maybe played around this, but then like we can't. Ice doesn't actually matter. So nice. We survived. 40% chance. Now he can put these on top of the deck. He still hasn't seen the nano management. None of these cards seem super important. Maybe you can bury the end pot. It does get eaten by Poison Vial for free when you move the botchas. So hedge funds on the bottom, non-equivalent to the bottom. I think that's probably not right. I think these cards are worse. Maybe they don't want us to flip, but like IP enforcement, if we top deck that or predicted planogram, that's way scarier for you. Yeah, I'm not sure if you want to bottom these. Like it's a cheap flip. That's cool. 3 burners are out, so we probably don't see more HQ pressure. But yeah, drawing it to the IP enforcement's the bigger deal. No, you saw 3 agendas. Yeah. You saw the 3, including embedded. Oh, he's just going to jailbreak HQ. But yeah, in theory, he should not think there's points in here. This feels a bit scummy, but he did see the embedded. He did see tomorrow's off-world embedded, but yeah, we do have a second one. But if he's just tracking the known information, yeah, he doesn't know that we have this card. He knew that we had this one. But it looks like he has a jailbreak somewhere. He could always jailbreak R&D. None of this stops him. We don't often survive HQ. It's a 1 in 3 chance we survive a jailbreak. All right. We could lose to this too. Embedded reporting has a trash cost. It's pretty expensive. I feel like playing into the matchup where ice doesn't matter is not going to be a good thing for us. When we only have 9 ice. And this deck can invalidate a fair bit of ice. I guess we can pay credit to keep a card. So this locks the deck. Hope the card game treating you well. Mode, how's it going? Not really, but okay. Are we getting, oh, we're recycling this. So we're getting IP enforcement credits? How are you doing? Is your evening good? Unseen, unseen. Spin Doctor Trash on the top of R&D. We don't mind that. We drew predictive, so let's go. Okay. So checking. We have used 2 simul chips, 1 muse. R&D is totally unknown. It's cheap to check. We've gone through 2 jailbreaks, every single burner. So the end pot is still just 1 Slap Vandal, 1 Botchless, who cares, and then a Poison Vial. Eventually those run out, but it's going to take a long time. Fortune seems strange today. Yeah, they do seem a bit strange. We're flipped, which is good enough. I think we just put end pot R&D and pretend the game is there. We could non-equivalent, but I'd like to pad our hand. I think 8 credits, so it'll be 9 credits is going to be enough. Maybe we trash all this ice to get things out of circulation. I could see that being correct. Trashing Botchless is like, you can't return it with Vernissage, but Vernissage is dead when we're 10 tags in. Maybe trashing all the ice is actually correct and we spin Doctor it back. I don't know. It feels like this deck is like 4 different cards, each of them 10 copies. Why is that? I guess because their cards are on our stuff. His cards are on our stuff. So we have no fast advance. How many fast advance cards are you meant to have in Nebula? Like, I've just played so little Nebula. Maybe if you just don't draw your petty caches, you don't have a game. But like, we only have 4 fast advance cards. Oh no, that's not true. We have all these nanos. So we have 7. That seems good enough. Visuals are good. We're now into polish time. It could be Polish time. There's no point purging. Okay, 1 in 5. Makes sense after we draw with predictive. I've been trying to get a deck going with Mr. Sir Pessoa, and I believe my record is something like 3 to the end today. With Seb? Seb is tricky. Seb is one of the more complicated things to play in standard, but there's definitely decks that work. Okay, Namo management, but we flip. I think we could just get this embedded out of hand. It only cost us 6. It's not much like we're doing much with money. And then we don't have to worry about it. We're on 3. We can't res the end pot. Maybe that's wrong. Oh, Senor Pessoa. Not something we read often up here in Quebec. Yeah, he's really, really tricky. He forces you to play in a very specific different way. If you want to like crib a functional deck as like a starting point, I think that does help. Like a tournament deck. But yeah, he's very, very fun. There's a lot to like dig into. All right, there's 5 agendas and 28 in R&D. We're still like just waiting to score our freedoms out of our opponent's score area. We can predictive next turn. If we do predictive, we have a chance. We're also flipped for Nebula, but not much we can do with it. Senor would be the Portuguese spelling. Is it pronounced the same? Jar was thinking. Gotta do something. Maybe he thinks we're flooded. I don't know enough to be able to answer that question. Me neither. I think it's just to try and get points out of hand. Yeah, I love it. Okay, great. So this is totally clean. It flips us, but we don't really care. Only 6 months of Spanish relative to about 3 decades of Portuguese tells me. Mostly. Take a tag. I don't think it's the right word. I forgot what the squigglies called. The like, yeah, I don't know the name for it either. The Niño sound. Non-equivalent predictive. Okay, cool. We can't res this. I don't know what their concern this is. In terms of the breakers, they probably don't have anything else. 2 Botulus is 6 influence, poison vials, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there could be a 3rd Botulus. Creative, so good money. Petty cash is good. We'd have to play it now. I think we're more likely to discard it so they don't know it's there. I think that's always a bit more fun. And we want to find our... We didn't find it. So we could do YDL, Spin Doctor on table. Flip Nebula. Oh, we should have res the Spin Doctor throughout the petty cash. That's on me. It's okay. We have a nano management. I think we top deck, we can still score. That's correct. It was just unbanned before Worlds. Only unbanned in the last couple months. Made the one spin trash for even more tags. Yeah, I don't know if he runs this. We do, for what it's worth, have like bites in our deck. Or not bites, beholds. But yeah, we're 12 tags in. We're really in the IP enforcement waiting room. New features deployed. You can now see how bad your versus Leo slot machine is. Oh, sick. Okay, remind me to check that if I forget. Okay, so we'll res this now. They could run HQ. So damage and off-world gets us 2 points. We can use the Spin Doctor. I think we do put a nano management and a predictive back in. Now it's a 1 in 7, and I think they've exhausted their multi-axis. So if they run HQ, it turns this off. They should run HQ. It's super, super cheap. They should be running centrals every turn. Like in theory, we shouldn't have text. I don't see a world in which we can make our text relevant because they run HQ for 1 credit. Right? Like we are functionally a blank ID. Maybe that's a good reason to shuffle back every nano management. We only have 1 more 3/2 in the deck, so we can't win if they run centrals every turn. Unless we set up double management off-world and then single nano into the last 3/2. Is Oppo a dead card? You betcha. 12 tags and this doesn't do nothing. Well, no, it's not totally dead because sometimes you just want to flip, but it's mostly dead, yeah. Considering looking at the rest of our hand. We could have like res Spin Doctor there and thrown out the petty cash, but they still run centrals. Yeah, they flips the ID for 1 credit. It's like not the worst. So this is a 1 in 7. We've survived worse odds. Petty cash, we flip. Don't have text. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we're credit short of off-world officing here. Oh, Messney, that's a good card. The problem is, can we lock R&D enough? We still have, like, the IP enforcements have such a big impact on this game. The Messney just forces a breaker. Like, maybe that's enough. I don't want to advance it. They could be on a Fizerum. And then we throw out the petty cash. I don't want to play the petty cash. I want to discard it. Yeah, we could have played and had more money, actually. No, it's probably correct. There's no reason discarding it. No, you're totally right. I'm trying to be too clever. I think they're going to run regardless. And then we need the money because double nano off-world is expensive. Advanced Messney, no, then they'll know what it is. It allows them to put the Fizerum on it if they're playing a Fizerum. I think they have influence for a Fizerum. At the end of the day, just about all ice presents the same issues. And them losing 3 credits when they're spending 1 to break doesn't really matter. We'd rather have money and have misinformation than have them lose 3 credits once. 4 in R&D, 1 in HQ. There are, if they're playing it, they'll do it after you res. Yeah, but they might not have it. As soon as they see it, they might like, you know, plan their turn out. I guess their whole hand is in their hand, so that's not true. But at the end of the day, it just doesn't really matter. Actually, maybe they run out of money. Maybe it does. Now it technically costs them. I mean, maybe they don't poison Violus. Maybe they just lose 3 every turn. The worst. It's the worst. It's like no remote fast advance trying to keep you out versus like ice doesn't matter .deck. We have strayed so far from God on both sides. All right. Are we poison violating this for 3 credits? I'm assuming you do. It's 3 credits. Cool. All right. Grinding him. Maybe Gyro's actually on Ashen. I wouldn't be super surprised. 20% chance here. Please just top deck an IP enforcement. Non-equivalent, we're flipped. We don't have text. 14 tags, doesn't matter. Oh, we also can top deck freedoms and score them out. That's actually really cool. I mean, it's just money. Yeah, wait. We can win this. We have freedoms in our deck. Why are we drawing a bit more? This botchless is rate limiting them. Maybe they should like simulchip a second botchless on this mess in Chesto so they can run this twice a turn. I could see that being kind of okay for them. But they also could run R&D here. Like this botchless kind of matters. Actually, it does matter. We dodged a lot of Russian roulette bullets on HQ. I mean, 1 in 5s. I'll take those all day. We only win 1 in 5s. I said Ananas is pretty scary. I mean, I think if he'd be dead if you'd be dead. And Ananas a lot. So greasing, we could do nano management greasing to score the off-world if we top deck it. So we functionally have 1, 2, 3. We have 5 top decks that open the game up. We have 5 top decks that open the game. Either the IEP enforcements, the greasing, or either the freedom of informations. We have a lot of cards that open the game up. Sick. So this is going to be more poison. There's only 4 agendas in 23. IP enforcement is trashable. I do think he will trash if he finds it. You can break this for 9, or you can break this for 3 in a poison vial, which is kind of cool. This actually doesn't require a breaker. One night seems to go well with this plan. Like the card night? I pop in the stream and Fate Andre playing Nebula FA. It's real life. Record scratch, but you wonder how I got her. Yo, Generous, how's it going? Firstly, we checked her stats. I've only on Jnet played, I think, 2 Nebula games to date, which is kind of wild. So we're trying to fix that. This game has gone much longer than I thought it would. Me too. There's a lot of cards that get us out of the game. Oh, Starlit Knight. I thought you meant Knight, like the Icebreaker, which would work with Arisana's game plan. Yeah, no stress. Oh, we're yelling. Yeah, I could see Starlit Knight being good. I really don't like the triple F2Ps. Starlit Knight would be sick. Doom Scroll would be sick. This card's okay. The numbers are good. Like maybe if you're just trying to keep out Carmen and Revolver. Like Revolver breaks us for 4. Fireall. Oh, wow, cool. You can pay 3 because you broke the subroutine and they can poison vial the rest, which is kind of cool. Day seems to be a game for marathon games. I mean, I didn't plan on it. I thought we'd play a little fast triple nano Nebula. The problem is we don't have text. This server should cost something. It had to cost nothing. Doom Scroll damage isn't as relevant, so no kill though. It's just like runners can't go through it. Like Temple Loss is relevant. Oh yeah, right. It's on Spree. So are they going to move everything to the server? Lucy still, that makes sense, by the way. Hello, Bloomer allowed me to pile the praise there. It's really, really cool. Okay. Now this is going to leave all the breakers here though. So that makes sense because the game is in R&D. There's no real point purging because of Poison Vial. It's just, you have no, like maybe we should draw more. I'm forgetting to have freedom information, but I'm just sitting here with that agency and it's like, you feel it in your stomach. You're like, just let me get out of this game. But not like end the game. Like, okay, wow, no steal, no trash. They see Oppo. We can draw once. Okay, a ping actually can be a problem. We'll put that on R&D and we'll do a little non-equivalent. I don't think we give you more money. Yeah, we probably do. It's now equivalent. We're flipped. They know we have an Oppo. They know we have a Nano. Just put more problems. What's the rest of the hand? Like if it's an Ashen, oh my God, I'm going to be upset. It can be an Ashen. I think all the influence we've seen is 3 Botchels. That's 9 influence. And then 3 Poison Vials. So it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, wait, that's all the influence. There's no influence left. It's 3 Botchelists and then 3 Poison Vials. So this hand, we're just like trying to win off sinkholes, which like, yeah, we could lose. These are 1 in 5s. I wonder if you just lose 3 here. Keep the Poison Vials. I could see it. Like you can't get more poison vials. Yeah, you can always get 3 more credits. There's always 3 more credits. It's never enough poison. Just give me the tag. All right, please 1 in 5, please. Yes, we're flipped again. We don't have text. This server costs 1 credit. He can run it every turn. We can't make that not happen. Actually, it costs 4 credits. I told you before we win these, we might. We might. Still, there's 5 top decks that are relevant to us winning the game. Yeah, I mean, you and I both. There are 5 top decks. 1 in 4 chance we get something that opens the game up. And we do. Hold on, what does this card do? Install 1 agenda from the runner score area with printed agenda point value equal to X. If the runner is still tagged, place advancement counter on the agenda. So in theory, we should grab... We can install the Tomorrows and then score it. We can grab the Freedom, but that doesn't do anything. It scores headline. Would we rather grab the Freedom or Tomorrow's headline? I think we'd rather grab the Tomorrow's headline because it's our whole turn. I think this has 2 on it. Point value, okay. Haha, game slips away. Haha. We played an event. We're Nebula! Grab Freedom, it's faster. I'd rather not grab this because it means that if we have a click left, we can always do draw, IP enforcement and win. Right? Like this is our whole turn. We can now just top deck the IP enforcement. Office gives you money for Nano. We can't. It's a 4-2. We just don't have enough clicks and we're flipped on Nebula. Unless we play a Nano Manage in there. So I don't think we do. All right, now they need 2 agendas. There's still 1 in 5 chance to top deck something relevant. If they steal the off-world office here, I don't think we care. Oh, fire. Yeah, sorry, your money. I have no doubt they're having a worse time than we are, which is nothing to celebrate. But like, this is everything. All the avenues we've given them to interact with us is strictly slot machine, right? Like this is the Nebula problem. It's strictly slot machine. You have to flip us every turn and you have to get lucky on centrals because all there is centrals. How is this not the most frustrating thing? Like, Chiefs keep missing the 1 in 5. Like, I'm not having a good time, but they're probably having a worse time. We'll ask Gyro after, but I would be like so not happy in his seat. There's a second IP enforcement? Yeah, there's 2. There's 2. So we have still, we can top deck Freedom Information, IP enforcement, Greasing. There are 4 in 20 we can top deck. And we're always technically allowed to click to draw. You're lost in the giggle factory, but you're having a good time. No, I'm not. I'm really not. I wish we could erase all of this. I'm not enjoying this. Yeah, maybe. That's the hope. All right, they're going for it. My math off Nano into 5 clicks, install advanced 4. We can do it. Nano into off-world does it. It's just really expensive. If we have 12 credits, we can do it. So we're going to get there. But that is our panic button. 1 tag equals 1 giggle. There's a finite amount of fun to be had in the game. My goal is to have all of it. It's not true though. There's a lot of Netrunner where both sides are having fun all the time. It's just like clearly not Nebula. Like, oh my God, is Nebula not having fun on both sides of the table? All right, so this forces a breaker. This is a hard end the run, which means they have to consider casting their simul chip into this. Giggled on Pingrass. All right, we got the last. That was from hand? Okay, that makes sense. That's the 3rd one. So I think IP enforcement, the off-world would have got us closer money-wise. But if we IP our off-world office, we have to play a Nano Management. So then we're paying 4 credits to get 7 credits, right? Like we pay 5 to get 7. And we lose a Nano Management. Right, Thanos? Am I missing something? But I don't think it works because if we do that, play Nano, we end up paying 4, 5, 6, 7 to get 7. Like we break even. As opposed to going -2, which is what we did. There's a Plutus Nebula list from Kiara that looks fun for everyone. I want to play more weird Plutus stuff. We had intentions to play some weird Plutus stuff earlier. What am I doing? Oh, they're simul chipping for Slap Middle. Sorry, I thought I was lost in the sauce there. Time to play Bad Times. It would be really good. Even just like Retribution opens the game up. This end pot you can pay 3 and You can, yeah, you can pay 3 on this end pod and Poison Violet. So now HQ is open forever? I mean, we can still lose this. We probably won't. But we can. They can't run this back this turn. No, they can run back this turn. Wait, actually. I tried my own hands at Plutus and Nebula and it's a bit lacking but entertaining. The real one was a 2010 along the way. Yeah, there you go. We kind of know where the runner is. No steal, no trash. Okay, so we don't have a lot of money, so we can't top deck greasing. Planogram is good. Sometimes that just wins. Oh my god, Nebula's the worst. We win these. That was something for sure. You kept missing 1 and 5 on HQ, but like, yeah. How many unique accesses? Only 15. Apparently only 15. Get 2 more. Get to 50%. Step 1 reloads the stat step. Yeah, give me 1 second, Lucy. Thanks for the game. I mean, it's just like there is one too many decks in the modern format that don't build remote servers. I think if there's a Clot-like reprint in Vantage Point, this changes, but like I cannot condone this kind of Netrunner. I told you at 0-6. Yeah, maybe I needed to believe more. Oh, the next card was an IP enforcement. We could have clicked to draw and actually won from there. Oh no, we can't. Yeah, we could have because of freedom. Yeah, 3 points still in the deck. Funhouse, technically a dead card, so I'm glad we didn't play 3 of them. Messneys are good and pots are good. We unfortunately drew that F2Ps. Give me the source near print. I mean, I don't think we want that. That doesn't seem healthy. How would you want a new Clot-like effect to look like? Oh, that's a good question. Gyro, how many 1 and 5s did I miss? Just 1? No, like 5. I also felt a bit scummy, but technically it was correct, is when you asked about the embedded in HQ, there was another embedded, but the embedded that you saw, technically we did score unembedded from hand. But there was 2 embedded in hand that we drew into the next 2 turns. So if you jailbreaked HQ, you had a 66% chance to win the game. We spent most of the game, though, just waiting to draw an IP enforcement or a greasing or any way that we could close the game out. But yeah, it's like against the burners, our ice doesn't do anything. I'm like, yeah, 3 burners are going to be in the list. There's a set of gifts of 9 Inch Nails where Renzer says, "Are you having a good time?" Well, that was the last band. We're here to have a bad time. Sometimes you score really ugly wins, and sometimes you get your teeth kicked in, and neither outcome feels good. I mean, I don't feel good about that because it just like makes us like really bad. I don't know. Slot Machine Central's kind of game. New Clock can be literally anything as long as it can't be installed at instant speed. No, I think Clock should be installed at instant speed. My favorite thing would be if Clot can be installed at instant speed and can be purged at instant speed. I think Clot is just such a cool card, and understanding the paid-ability windows in this game is hella sick. And we should all ask for action awkwardly all the time, and we should play around pre-installing the Clot into the big deal combo. Like, I don't know, I kind of love that shit. I think it makes the game more interesting, and it makes, like, its skill expression. I don't know, I really like how Clot was implemented. Maybe it shouldn't be super, super binary. Like maybe there should be another way to interact with it, but I don't know. Yeah, when I tell people to learn the rules of the game, I'm a villain. Hold on, okay, how do I get to these stats? We escape Nebula, reload the stats lab, more options, add identities, advanced option filters. Okay, let me see if I can do this. I'm gonna do a hard reset. I don't have an F5, so I hope I'm doing it right. Download stats. Are we on the right track already? Have we lost our path? Hold on. Yeah, this is right. Hey, Sandarin, how's it going? Sorry, the thing is down, so it's not going well. I don't hard tech like Clot. Soft tech like Hermes is better, but I dislike Hermes for other reasons. I think Hermes is like, might be worth banning to see what happens, but yeah. I don't know. I think you need a way to interact. Maybe it's too hard. I don't know. Maybe Clot, like, I don't know what else to do about Clot. Like, do you make it one more advancement? Maybe Clot can actually, okay, so another way to do it is Clot can only stop advancing. This is a cool thing that happens. Sorry, 1 second. Let's see. Is this text is cool. The advancement requirement of each agenda is increased by 1 for each copy of that agenda in the corpse score area. This is legitimately cool text. If this was on a call-like card, because this interacts with never advance, like this goofs seamless launch up, which I think the game needs a way to goof seamless launch up. This goofs with fast advance in some ways. I honestly think if Claude had this text, it would be kind of cool. Like you would care about what's scored, you would care about what is stolen. I think this sentence is like kind of sick. And if you could have this on a card that you could pull out after the seamless before they're going to do advance out their 4-2, 5-3, maybe that's a bit much for the game, but maybe that would incentivize people to play different agenda suites. I don't know. I feel like seamless launch is a card that also needs some tech. I think there's too much never advance in this game. I honestly wouldn't mind this. This is cool text. Hey, Daojin, Claw with a charge counter. But you still have to purge it. Like you're just, every time you purge, you lose a charge counter. So you have to double purge. Hey, Meteor, how's it going? My Descent quiz should be required reading before you're allowed to play the game, actually. Please, you have to take your driver's license. Okay, sorry, Lucy. More options? Whoa, advanced filters, add sides, factions identities. So opponent side. Oh, this is super cool. So we can look up our win rate against like LEO construction, autocomplete. And so now the filters are filtered for LEO. So LEO is not that young. So there's only so many LEO games. This is our win differential playing as LEO. Not a lot of data there. This is our rolling win rate. Not a lot of data there. We can't really change this number. There can't be that many more games. Okay, so we got bad and then we got better. Again, early LEO wasn't amazing. It got worse. The source is low-key very good. I've been playing at 3 point a turn. Oh, source is good. It's just like very frustrating because there's no way to deal with it. Maybe in a world without a film critic, it's fine. Oh, so these are, we've only played this many LEO games. So LEO games that we win at lower than 14 accesses, or we don't win at all. All this is now against LEO. Oh, you're right. This is against LEO. So this is our win rate against LEO. So we got worse into LEO and then we're slightly above LEO 57. Yeah, you're right. LEO is our opponent. Excuse me. Andre reading graphs quickly. Very weird. Yeah. So there's not just a lot of data because we don't have a lot of LEO data, but it looks like, yeah, it clumps around here. When it gets here, we lose. And then we're losing on 12 accesses a fair bit, it seems, which like that can't be super surprising. You shouldn't be winning on 12 accesses. And then you can see who we're winning as against LEO. What did we play today? We played Lat. Why is it not showing up here? Oh, because we didn't grab our data since then, yeah. 26 accesses and lost is feel bad. I mean, literally, well, kind of what we did today, but not that bad. But yeah, that does feel bad for sure. Very cool. Neat. Thank you. This is very, very useful. Yeah, we need to re-grab the data for sure. Lucy, this is sick. Thank you again. Again, the link for this in the description. If you want to do your recap for the end of the year stats, we've already looked at a bit today. I think we're going to do one more game of Nebula, but it's all here. Now you have some more filters, but Lucy just added those, which is kind of sick. There was the As game on stream. Oh yeah, you're right. We like played our ass off and we got 27 accesses. It was a couple weeks ago. You should try plugging in all the 6-3 IDs. I don't think like at this point, I don't know if the 6-3 IDs see consistent play like that. Right? Like I guess we can add Asmari, so that's gonna be a bit dated, but this is me as Asmari, your opponent as Asmari. Like the amount of Asmari accesses is probably gonna be frighteningly high. Ooh. Oh, we lose against Asmari. So this is runner accesses. Actually, no, the data is just strange. So these are probably the games where we die to Asmari combo. And then these are the games where we win. It's that simple. Either you die to Asmari combo or you win. Kind of wild. You get multiple to the filter to combine the data. Yeah, I just don't know if we're going to get enough data because I don't know if there's that many 6-3 decks in the format right now. Like Restoring Humanity is a lot of different things. PD doesn't run 6-3 pointers. Like BTL doesn't really run 6 pointers. The most BTL you see on Jnet. But yeah, we're assuming this data is going to be shifting more to the right. It's not. It's actually more on the left. I don't know what that is. Played our as off. All right, let's do one more. I don't think we're going to change the list. We'll just play it as is. Corp. Go. You either die 0 or you live long enough to see yourself become the winner. Let's go. No changes. I think you need to put 4 2s in the deck. Like, maybe that's why we need triple nano. I think the version of this list that like Sokka was playing really early in the meta and also dooming about it was like on the 4-3 on king making. That makes a fair bit of sense to me. Because fast advancing out of 4-3 is like pretty wild. What's the rest of the influence? End of line? No, it's the deck list of the week right now, Gyro. It's like greasing 3 nanos. That's it. It's just nano greasing. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's just strictly fast advance. Floating tags is bad because of planogram, because of freedom information, because of IP enforcement, because of greasing. We just could not find any of those cards for, well, we found, I guess we did find what's it called? Planogram, but we couldn't find any of the other ones for a long time in the mid game where we were just sitting there clicking for credits. We'll do one more. Hopefully it doesn't get too late. It's already 11:30. This is probably on the side of slightly too late, but we'll get through it. Does anybody celebrate St. Nick? In Slovenian culture, we have Miklauš, St. Nicholas Day. It's on December 6th, so some people celebrate tomorrow night, which I will be with my family, or on Saturday morning. So you get some nice chocolates and candy and stuff. We always been getting the same things, and we've been like either doing it at my sister's or here. We're going to my sister's. Really nice. December 6th is always a really nice time. Is there a worse feeling in Netrunner than transfer wealth into a Behold? I mean, for one player, it's bad. But maybe they don't have 4 credits. So maybe you just got them down to 3 credits and you trashed the Behold and then you get oppoed. But you know, you did a cool thing. I don't think there's a worse card in the game to feel than accessing Behold. It is like emotionally so bad. And then like you probably can't in good faith trash it to turn on Oppo research. It's just awful. I can't, there's no worse card to touch in the game. Maybe Ganked is actually worst. Actually, no, Ganked is cooked. It's my birthday on the 7th. Hey, it's not, in Slovenian culture, it's not great to say happy birthday early, but hopefully you have a good one. Be quite a merry weekend. Maybe I should. It's getting oppoed after you trash the 6th foot. Console to Cortex as it feels similarly bad. Yeah, but they know what they did, right? Like that was the risk. For those who don't know, Cortex Locks was a 2-cost 4-string sentry that just had one subroutine. It says do net damage equals to the runner's unused MU. So click when you installed your console, click to your ran. You had 4 cards in hand and 5 unused MU. Sick. I do think it would be kind of cool if there was more cards that cared about unused MU. I guess the closest thing we have is like Hagen, because it's cool to install cards for the sake of installing cards. It's sort of like Daily idea. Like I'm gonna install this SMC just to fill my MU. Like that's neat. It's a cool way to give your opponent some like skill expression. I like that. Blown on 4 credits, NABD on 3. One from the other day, install Carnivore, install Side Hustle, Run RD, Face Check Hammer. Oh, that's disgusting. That's creatively bad. Sable, okay. Do we mulligan for ice? So I'm assuming this is going to be a Chesva rundown. I think this hand is not the worst. But I can't imagine a world where we don't have an ice. Hey, it's from Spirit Island. Hey. Thanks, you too. I forget the name of this the spirit. It's like the cloudy one. Oh, that's way better. That's so much better. Cortex Lock was the most brutal face check on turn 1. It was weird. It's like they paid that's really good. They paid so much less than the other one. Than Komainu, but it felt like Komainu is, I guess, just as bad. Staring at 2 agendas, no ice. I think this hand is not that worse. No, but like the deck only has 9 agendas. Like mulliganing into an agenda is not a given. Now I don't want to res this funhouse, but this is like a big 1 in 3 if you ask me. No matter what, you're leaving with a tag. Last game we mulled 3 agendas to 3 agendas in 1. Yeah, I'm like what is the threat we're putting off here? We're flipped, sure, but like, what are we gonna do? We don't have a petty cache. Like, I don't understand this. HQ equals tag. There's an FFG card that was multi-access based on unused MU, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's a neat idea. Yeah, deep data mining. And it gave you a reason to play these like consoles, or sorry, these programs that took up no MU if you had 2 Link, which like didn't really matter in those decks. But that's another cool way to use Link as like this offloading MU idea. Like there's a lot of cool things there. Not even comparing to Kaimanu, even Neural Katana feels more fair than Cortex Lock. Yeah. Neural Katana feels very ONR to me. Archives is the mark. Let's see if they have a run event. Doesn't flip us on Archives, but like if we top deck in Nano Management, I'm not paying 7 credits to score tomorrow's headline. Ooh, Bravado Dice. Ooh, bad res. I think we're just gonna do the 1 and 3. Then we can trash their board. Cloudbreaker's Geist card spotted. Oh no, you hit a behold. Oh no, the game's goofed. I'm so addicted to Geist like you wouldn't believe. No, I would. Geist is kind of the best. Wait, what do we do? Do we trash their shit or do we just do install advance, go? This is so much funnier, especially if they don't think we top decked it. You 100% score freedom? I mean, maybe. We still have to clear the tags, right? So this card has less agenda advancement counters based off the tags. So their economy is still goofed because they have to clear 2 tags, but transfer, like, it seemed like we didn't res there because we had beholds in hand, which is like mostly true. BB, okay, they don't want to lose that to damage. Shibboleth is not great against Messna. You break it for 4. In the later game, it's even worse. Threat 4 comes slightly slowly. But we really need an economy draw here. All right. Yeah. Cool. It actually might have been okay to do second ice here, but if they boomerang this, we just res it, and then the transfer doesn't do anything. Costs quite a bit to kill Nuke in a market. I would probably destroy the open market, but then we can't really do anything with the rest of the turn. But 5 credits is a lot for them. R&D is the mark. Got to be tracking that. 8 points and 39. We need to draw something that flips us. Ideally, big money. I'm not sure how much you're meant to be drawing as Nebula, because it gives us a chance to hit like YDLs, stuff like that. Swift, okay. Don't know if this means this is knives. This doesn't look exactly like knives so far, but we actually don't know much. But you don't see Swift all the time. Hermes is so much worse for us because rebuilding our ice stacks is actually like slow and expensive. I like Hermes the best against Nebula. I know I've seen like Sokka really talk up Penny Shaver into Nebula, but that feels like it's true that it makes running cheaper and that's how you win the game. But I feel like if they fast advance out and it opens up HQ or R&D, that's so much more important to you from the Nebula games I've played. Maybe it's a style difference. Deep dive incoming. Hey, Rohit. How you doing? How was I guess a lot of folks are coming off a holiday weekend, huh? They don't have a lot of money. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, well, it is knives. So we just need to make one big server. I'm assuming we're going to make it HQ, but we want to stack all our ice in one place so that it's harder to get through. Fine with me. We can do triple ping HQ. It's not the best breaker. We also could put a single ping on archives. I don't want them to get money. Clock question 2, how much influence? 2. Seems fine. It's a decision, but it's not unapproachable. Hell, you can make it neutral, but I guess it's usually a virus, right? Okay, so I think we could put this in archives. It makes them pull another thing, but in theory, you want to stack all your ice in one place. We'll just do this, and then we flip. We want to top deck off-world office. We can do something with it. But if they face check here and we res ice, we probably cannot do anything cool with our ability. Double up R&D. I'd rather double up HQ because transfers are going to have a bigger impact on the game than singles on R&D. Right, like HQ is probably where it's at. I don't think they're running Docklands or Wake, but they're definitely running transfer. Neutral clat sounds awful. I mean, neutral influence clat. Like everyone pays for it. Like give it the buy a bands treatment. Probably prioritize RVD or HQ because technically maintenance access exists. I'm okay with that. I think you're right though. They're probably on maintenance access if they're on Swift, but we've seen no knives so far. Okay. Yeah, maybe you're right. That's a reason to ice R&D because they can always get into HQ. I don't think I like Nebula. I think we're just hoping to top deck well. It feels so different playing other corporations. Boy, can I not afford any of this shit. And we can't nano mention an off-world office. Table Behold, I mean, I don't even want to pay 4 credits for that. There's not much we can do with the tags. R&D is the mark. Okay, thinking. If we res this, we go down to 2 credits. This Messna Chesvo, they break for 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think we res here. The single axis on R&D is not super important. It flips us, but I don't think we can stop them from flipping us. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably fine. I don't think we can res this. They break this for 4 instead of losing 3. So then they were in on 2 credits and everything falls apart. This would be an overextension, I'm pretty sure. With Ping and Plano, I think the res was fine. Oh, wait, what? Nanook? What are Nanook's numbers? I mean, we let 1 knife go through. I don't think we care. If they hit a tomorrow's headline, they can't run archives anymore. Like, we don't res here. Big Bear, 5 influence. They have 3 bears in here? So if they hit the Behold, it's bad for them. If they hit the tomorrow's headline, it might actually be worse for them. Planogram, fine. Okay. They still have 3 clicks. What is going on? Marginally better, but it still doesn't love printing neutral hardtech cards. I hear you. I hear you. I think hardtech maybe should be neutral, but hey, look at Ashen, right? I love that. The Nick math is weird. It's pretty good. You break Ping for 2 and a tag. They might not be able to deal with all of that. If they want to get the first knife in, which I don't think we super care about, we'll definitely like throw Ping at them to make things ugly. But if they hit the tomorrow's headline there, it's like we want to feed them an agenda. Like we're at the point where we throw an agenda to archives just to get rid of the bear. Bears with knives. Imagine accidentally ripping the agenda off of RD in the first run. I know. Estebrado into the Ping. So if we res this, they float a tag. If they float a tag, we can predict a planogram for Dosh. Yeah, let's go. And card draw. This is the second knife? No, this is the first knife. Wait, what do you mean this is the second knife? This is the first knife. Lucy, what? This is knife 1. Don't scare me. All right, first knife in. Wait, I can't count. It's late, Lucy. All right, we can play the petty cash first to get our money up. I think that's totally fine. If we do this into this, we're going to discard maybe 1 card. Okay, I think we're going to nano manage on offworld. Man, do I hate this matchup. Maybe that was 1 card too many. Cites boring card to refute my issue with boring cards. They're on 1 credit. No. Oppo is going to be nice. They don't really have the money to keep up. F2P is going to be really good because of breakers. Nano's a win condition. I'm going to throw out a Behold. It's maybe sacrilege. Maybe we should be throwing out something in archives to poison the Nook run. A tired brain on the other table was in the score area and they were going to play another one from hand to add it to, but that's not how the card works. Yeah. Yeah, this card's balanced in a good way that you can't get 2 out. I'm not highlighting it for some reason. Why won't it highlight? Whoa, Jai Chinyu doesn't have a highlight in the archives. Or sorry, in the score area. That's messed up. All the other highlights work. Jnet, cool. And Nick Poison doesn't matter. You're just going to FA the offworld and kill the bear. Wait, this dies when I score an agenda? Oh, no. But I love the bear. But I love the bear. Wait, I have to... For what it's worth, Nanook doesn't die. Nanook runs away. So we can petty cash the headline. Or we can nano the offworld. Nanoing the offworld is harder. We'll do it. Bye. It's removed. It's like I've had enough with your stuff. Isn't Nanook a ghost? No. That's a real bear. We need to protect. You can't say all the Canadian cards are all ghosts. Doesn't work like that. The bear. Diogenes. It's fine. It's just waiting. It's watching. God, the bear art's so good. Pat has this on a playmat. It's great. It's been showing Nebula when I highlight knife in my games. Oh, is it just show? You're right. It's just showing Nebula. Huh. I wonder why that is. So I guess that's just kind of messed up. Nanook is a real bird. That's why it's an A. Hey, this cost 2 credits. We can't do this. Yeah, that ain't it. Tuno shows Nebula even if no one's playing Nebula. Okay, so it's just showing you Nebula. That makes sense. That's what's happening. On the Lam is also showing something. Canada is where Netrunner characters go when they get too old to live on a farm forever and ever. All right, so this is pay 2, clicklessly to get 1. So this is clicking for a credit. Right? Like it's awkward because they have to break for 2 and they get 3 back. It shows archives. It doesn't flip Nebula. So this is not that much better than clicking for a credit unless they're going to run back and need Morjana. Jnet Nebula, same thing, really. Okay, so we can still score from hand. They know we have a petty cache, so we can be on game point next turn. And it looks like we're just going to do the worst Nebula shit that we can do. This is what I mean. Like every time if we scored, if it returned one of our ice back to hand, like if things fall apart, really, really bad. It's clickless spending a card for credit and maybe turn on Carmen, Sol, or Marge. Yeah, it's clickless because of Swift and Sable. Like it's actually better than clickless. You go plus a click if that was the mark. But it's like not what you want to be doing. Imagine they install another Nanook if they click for credits to put the second bear down and it just vaporizes. Okay, so there's a top deck where we win. It's any 3-2. We have 3 in the deck. If we top deck a Freedom and they don't clear the tag, we also win the game. It seems good. I guess the bear would have a friend in the RFG zone. Ashen. Just try to hit the bear off the top. Chain feeding bears. It's not the shredder. It's RFG zone. It's a peaceful place where you put the gachapon cards you don't want. And whatever the salsa slums are. I hear it's nice. I wonder if they can clear the tag. Again, okay, how many top decks do we have that we win here? 3. There are 3 technically 5 game winning top decks so they don't clear the tag. We win every top deck of Freedom if they clear tag. Oh my god, you're right, because we can just nano management it. Yeah, because we're not flipped. Wait, there's so many top decks. Every agenda we win. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I was doing math if they run Essential, which I don't think they're going to do this turn. They could. Turns out. Ooh, nice. Okay. So ping gives them a tag. They break ping for 2. Message Cheswo, they break for wow, it's expensive. 2, 4, 5, 6. So this is all their credits besides 1. I mean, 2 tags means we can top deck an agenda. We're not turning RFG to interactable zone. 0 credit shape a card that says install or removed from getting copy of Nick, ignoring all costs. Man, if they reprinted this in a world without Cabanessa, how much better would it have been? So if we don't res the Messney, we go down to 7. If we res the Messney, we go down to 2. 2 is enough to top deck the win. They're gonna be on 3 tags, which is like kind of swell. We can't take a J-Chinyo out of the score area. Sorry, let me try that again. We can't take a Nebula talent management out of the score area with an IP enforcement, right? If we res the Messney, though, they end up spending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm okay going down to 2 credits, I think. Why doesn't RG have a cool thematic name? Stack, keep HQ archives, and removed from game? It came way later. You're right, though. It's strange. Well, for what it's worth, they actually call hand. Like, they say hand size. So it's not, like, perfect. Second graveyard? Games love second graveyard. Like, real graveyard, second graveyard makes a lot of sense. Nebula doesn't have printed agenda point value. I can't see the text on it. I think it says 0, but it's not printed. Delete zone? I think they're trying to hurt us. Wait, are they going to second knife us? Are we cooked? Oh no, the second knife is going in. Heror and Anuk support is more breach replacement effects like sec testing. Yeah, but the corpse still scores an agenda, right? Oh god, the second knife. Fab has multiple graveyards? No, Fab has 2 graveyards. It has Banish and has Graveyard. And like, I think that makes sense. Don't you dare pay a credit for a second Nebula. It's weird how IDs aren't unique. I think it's right to res this because then they have less money to do the other stuff. They have to play the knife here, right? Soul is basically another graveyard. No, Soul is just like a zone. Like Soul could just be like hosting a card on a card because it just has a different use case. It's like saying Matryoshka is RFGing other Matryoshkas. Oh, interesting. Oh, want to take that back? So they're trying to get a knife from the bin, but the problem is if they don't res the ice, you don't bypass the ice because it looks like there was a Jaichinho in the bin. I didn't realize that's what they were doing. Yeah, they can just run this. On 2 credits, there's a chance we could res the ping. We probably don't. Oh, so they're going to do the archives run back. That also, I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's cool. Legit, that's cool. They can't take the HQ run back, of course, but they didn't learn anything running archives. IDs aren't installed, so you're not sure unique would matter. But like, this is about lore, isn't it? Ah, very cool, very cool, very cool, very cool. So now they're just paying more money, but this gets the knife. Archives is going to be the click back. So, I mean, they got us. We could lose this. We also no longer are able to top deck the winning. Oh, no, we could. We could draw once to find a freedom. But they know the top card. Second Nebula. If they get 3 Nebulas, we lose. So they've played 2 Debrados. I think that's a big start. So maybe we can just do triple credit. We could draw once, I think. No, we just do triple credit to res the Messing Chesto, I think, if we need to. We still have a couple top decks out of here. Runners on 90 points. I really want to run ID to rotate that the same character becomes a corpse op or vice versa. We've kind of, no, we haven't exactly seen that, but we've seen cards that were corp ideas that became runner cards. Not identities though, besides maybe a Kiko. But Sunny is like a corp bow, but Sunny is not a corp. 3 Nebula beats 1 Nebula. Yeah. Yeah. It'll be the bigger Nebula. Baz double timing. I like Baz's lore that he works for both sides. I think it's surprising that that's been like the first ID that we've seen that does that. Like very obviously. Because there should be so many. Oh, we're clearing tags. Okay. I can work with that. So FTP on archives is really annoying for them. So I think we're just going to get money up so we can do predictive petty cash next turn. This server seems good enough. In theory, we shouldn't spread out like this. I think it's usually wrong. But we have predictive. Let's see if they cleared all the tags. They're playing expertly against freedom of information. Or sorry, IP enforcement. Baz hanging out in the background of Off the Books is so funny. What are you doing back there? He's selling stuff. Putting it in an airplane. He's doing business. What if we get a Seius clone that can side game not to access the obvious trap in a server? Yomi. Then I have to learn more side game card text, which like at this point. Sunny's a neutral sysop upgrade that costs influence. Have we ever had a neutral corp character? There must be an obvious neutral corp character. This is just a bounce, right? Yeah, we don't have money for this. You could pay 2 to get 1. It's kind of hype. Oh my god, Rashida. Yeah, that seems like a big one. Yeah, I guess we've had a couple, right? Rashida. I think of Officer Frank. That's a runner card. B1001 is a robot. I mean, yeah, I guess it kind of... Oh, that's scary. Wait, do we lose? Okay, so we petty cash for the click. We predictive for the card draw. And we just win. We have like a bunch of different ways to win here. Take a game. That third knife was sure coming. Need to get out of that. Hey, Floating, how's it going? Adrian Siete win the side game to determine which way around the side game results work. That third knife, I wonder if they could have got it through. Like 8 credits is a lot. FTP technically matters. They only have one more Estebrado. So they could Estebrado HQ. The problem is the innermost is the funhouse, which like means Sable doesn't have to click through it. She can just take the tag. Ping and Mesney, that's kind of a hard server, but maybe they can get through it. Playing Petty doesn't net you a click there if you're going to Plano anyways. Wait, why is that non-intuitive? If we played... Yeah, you're right? Because if we played the planogram, we spend a click to gain a click. Then we have 3 clicks left and we have drawn all the cards. So we functionally just gave ourselves 2 more credits for no reason. Yeah, only one gambling up. Yeah, but I thought if I clicklessly played an operation, I would be +1 click. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter. We could have just gone straight into it, and then we would have gained the click back regardless. The only thing we could say there is if we needed enough money to double nano management something, we could. But I think we had enough money for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so yeah, you're right. We shouldn't have done that. That's not super intuitive to me. It's like, oh, this is a clickless operation. It's going to give me a click. But yeah, you're right. If we just play the planogram, we get a click anyways. Yeah, that should have been obvious. Good game. That's what happened regardless of playing Petty. Yeah, that's not intuitive to me. You've seen how little Nebula I've played. But it just felt right. How many ways do we have out there? Any agenda we top deck. 1, 2, 3. There were 7 agendas and like 23 cards. So our odds of closing the game there are relatively okay. Even here, if we needed to in a pinch, like we could do Nano Management, Spin Doctor, draw the Spin Doctor. We had a couple ways out there. We could even just do Nano Management. Yeah, we have Nano Management, install Spin Doctor, draw 2. And then any 3-2 we can score out. Greasing closes the game out. We actually had a lot of reach there. So we could have seen 2 more cards, which is another embedded, let alone we had, of course, this embedded in hand. Petty just kind of feels like clickless. Yeah, it feels clickless. Feels super clickless. Super clickless. Lucy, have a good night. Thanks for all your work. That's a really, really cool website. Nebula's a snooze fest. Yeah, so we were playing Nebula today because it turns out I've only played like 2 Nebula games on stream, which might be the entirety of the Nebula I've played. Not surprising, I don't like the ID, and I don't think that's going to change. So we'll see what the new set holds, but like, yeah, it's like really important to play things that you don't like or things that you don't know how to beat, which I'm saying Nebula's maybe one of those. But like one of my best things that made me better at playing against AUCO was playing AUCO. Because you realize what their reach is, you realize what they don't want you to do, and then you can do that more. So I'm hoping like playing Nebula will let me have a better understanding of when they're sitting there, what's their hand look like, right? Admittedly, there's a lot of different Nebula decks, but like it is one of the most important things you're doing. We used to say I should play more Elio for sure. Obviously, you know that. Just put yourself in the shoes for sure. Did you see Sokka stream game with Tron FA to Sam starting the turn with 5 cards of unres wage workers? No, but isn't Sokka playing old format? Isn't Sokka playing what's it called? Classique? Join the club. I mean, everyone's doing it. It's gonna be really interesting to see if we see another buy road and vantage point. I think there's not a huge chance unless it's like massively expensive and unplayable. I just think it's gonna be so hard for null signal games to throw out. What's it called? To throw another buy road into the mix. He was in 2025 that round. Sokka was. Huh. Cool. It's past midnight. Thanks so much for hanging out. There is a bunch of stuff going on this week starting this week with Off Meta Month. So if you want to get some organized play, please check out No Signal Games' website. It looks like we might have an update relatively soon about the upcoming set and its release date and all that sort of stuff. They said they would talk about it. I want to give a huge shout out to all these names here and more that support the Metropole Grid so we can do stuff like this. We're streaming for over 3 hours on a Thursday night, and I really look forward to this every week that it comes. We might do some more streaming, maybe some video content in the near future. I've been pretty bad on answering some questions. I need to get back to doing some YouTube comments. I'm falling behind, so apologies for that. Huge thanks to all these names here and more in the Daily Cast patrons that help support this, so we can pay for all the like licensing and music and all that sort of stuff. If you want to support the stream, just leaving a like on the video helps a heck of a lot. If you want to jump into the Patreon, the link is below. Any sort of contribution is incredibly appreciated. I think that's mostly it. We'll be back next Thursday. I don't think there's anything special going on, but Null Signal Games is probably streaming a bunch of stuff on this weekend, and there's a whole bunch of like off meta month stuff. I think that's mostly it. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully y'all are doing well. Days are short. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next one.